Parx Casino Sportsbook app. Download the app or go to parxcasino.com/PA. Use promo code FANATIC. You got to be 21 or older in Pennsylvania. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Cordell & Cordell, we focus on representing men in domestic relations cases.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
We recognize that our clients are going through perhaps the toughest time they will ever go through. We understand that everything that's important to them is on the table. Their assets, the role in their children's lives. That's an immense responsibility that our clients entrust us with, and we take that very seriously. We've been trained to do that. We've helped thousands of clients before, and it's our hope that you'll choose to entrust us with what's most important to you. By the way, unless you're in Missouri or Illinois, I'm not licensed in your state, but that's okay. Our attorneys in your state are.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Philadelphia area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 215-490-9999. Online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Offices in Philadelphia, Radnor, and Allentown, Pennsylvania, and Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Michelle Ferreri, licensed in New Jersey and Pennsylvania.
Hey, it's Mike Missinelli here for Landis Block and Concrete. There is nothing like having a beautiful backyard. Think how many things you can do with it. You can sit outside on a nice little patio, have a nice glass of wine, have a few friends over to cook on your Landis Block outdoor kitchen. Turn your backyard into a personal paradise with Landis Block. They're the resource center for all outdoor living. All you need is imagination, space, and a budget. Check out the photo gallery at landisbc.com. That's landisbc.com for Landis Block, jaw-dropping outdoor paradises.
97.5 The Fanatic is an equal opportunity employer and is dedicated to performing broad outreach to fill job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local community organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Community organizations that wish to receive our job postings should contact the Fanatic's business office by calling 610-771-9750. We also encourage listeners to visit bbgi.com, where you'll find an online listing of job openings at Beasley Media Group, LLC. Phillies official Sixers station, 97.5 The Fanatic. WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
Oh, it's a victory Friday, too, right? After the Flyers win last night. It was awesome. Puts a smile on your face. It was so miserable early, and it was so great at the end. And you could feel it slipping away. You could feel it slipping away. And anytime the Penguins lose, it's always a great Friday here at the Fanatic. And Bradford White Water Heaters brings you the 6 o'clock hour. Bradford White is here for the Pro. And as we get started this morning, hey, everybody on Twitch and YouTube, Mike's got you dialed up. And we appreciate you being with us here early. And everybody streaming on the 97.5 The Fanatic app. Can we take the time at the NBA All-Star break to acknowledge the job that Doc Rivers has done in his first year with the Sixers for just a second? Because in an era where we have seen some really crazy examples of historically good and historically bad coaching seasons, not careers, seasons, I think Doc Rivers has been a breath of fresh air. So I asked a couple people that I know who work NBA stuff for ESPN. I sent a little group text yesterday. I said, tell me what you would say about Doc Rivers. Here are the responses I got. Guiding force. Shaquille O'Neal, calming influence with the TNT crew. A cool cat. And a guy who has shown he knows the path to a championship. Those are pretty good things when someone asks, hey, what do you think of this guy? What do you think about him as the Sixers coach? So I'm looking at it and I'm saying to this, is come to think of it, isn't that what we're expecting in the second year from Joe Girardi? Aren't we expecting a lot of what Doc Rivers has done with Joe Girardi? I was trying to think about not seeing it from a distance, and in a pandemic year, is it sort of a throwaway? Sort of like the first pancake that your mom would make. And I don't know if your mom did that, but my mom always threw out the first pancake. How do you think Joe Girardi's first year went? He certainly didn't have a stacked deck. Doc was certainly presented with a much better roster. But I do know that I did expect a lot more than I saw. So when do expectations begin for Joe Girardi? And does it hurt when you see a guy like Doc Rivers come in and just be such a force from day one? Or is the lack of talent in the roster in comparison make that an incomplete grade on Girardi's part? And that's where we begin the 6 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show with our friends here at the show. Look at Pat Egan. He's been here since like 3 in the morning because of a cartoon show that he wanted to watch. Coach is here. And...
Oh, is he? He's a WandaVision first
he's watching
thing.
that. Yeah, he said that. And he's Jamie Lynch, and he is Bob Cooney.
Real quick, because Bob and I looked at each other very quizzically.
Yeah.
What's up with this first pancake thing?
What's up with Betty throwing away the first pancake?
I've never heard that.
Betty always.
What's it, a trial run?
She would the griddle. My mom had this thing that throwing out the first pancake.
Huh? Never heard that.
She'd make a pancake. Wait a minute, Pat knows it. Are you serious?
I don't necessarily know it. I subscribe to the theory. I often
she would throw out the first pancake. She'd have a griddle of like a pancake griddle going. It was this old brown griddle, which I guess Doc probably has now, and it would have 4. She'd make 1 pancake, and then throw it out.
Huh?
Would it look different than the other ones? Did it burn? Did it stick?
No, and. It wasn't to feed the birds, though she would feed the birds on South Mellon Road with it.
Right.
She would always take it, put it in a Ziploc bag or something, and then feed the birds with it.
Okay.
To feed the birds.
So I just real quick, I Googled it. The first pancake turns out badly because it's the sacrificial pancake, the one we pour to make sure the batter has the right consistency and the pan griddle is the right temperature. It bakes without burning. We pour that first pancake, watch its progress, adjust accordingly, and then throw it away.
She always threw out the first pancake.
Never heard that before.
So I used that expression and I didn't know that was a thing. I just knew it was my mom's thing.
It popped right up like Google predictive.
And I also knew that the gaggle of scholars here in this room that we'd get derailed by it.
Of course.
Wow, you say throw out food, Jamie. You got Jamie hooked.
Jamie really
hook,
was
line,
ready.
and sinker.
He was ready to walk out of the studio.
Like, what? Pancakes? Where?
Okay. First of all, let's do it topic by topic here. For one thing, I literally want to say Joe Girardi's first year as Phillies manager, I throw it out. I throw it out like the first pancake because I think it was a completely to start your regime in a pandemic year, in that craziness. I'm not putting much weight into it, and I was a huge fan of them getting Joe Girardi.
I agree with all of that.
Okay, so that's where I'm starting.
I agree with all of that. Now, if you want to take it to expectations for this year,
that's where I want to take it to. Do I take this though as a first year expectation, Jamie, or do I since I threw that year out? Should I take this as being Joe Girardi's Doc Rivers year, his first year, or do I look at this as I should have the clock ticking, going, "Come on, Joe, show me something, Joe."
I'm more in the show me something, Joe. What do you say, Joe? Last year was historically bad, but I wasn't impressed by Girardi at any point. And look, there was very little he could do in calling the right bullpen situation, because that's the hardest thing a manager does is manage the bullpen. And he just had no answers last year, and they tried. But I wasn't impressed per se. Like, I like Joe Girardi as the Phillies manager, but there was very little he did last year where I was like, wow, Joe Girardi.
I had a baseball analyst tell me last year. He said Joe Girardi calls on that bullpen, and it's like playing Russian roulette with 4 bullets in the gun.
Yeah, pretty much.
Instead of 1. As he's spinning it, he's going, I know I'm in big trouble here.
It's funny. If you're a basketball coach, a football coach, or a hockey coach, and you're in Joe Girardi's position where you don't have much talent, you're looking to build, whatever it may be, you can see noticeable differences, right? Like, I could say, wow, I really like the way the Sixers play. Mm-hmm. They're just not winning because they don't have talent. I think that's really hard for a baseball manager to get out of it. Say, like, wow, they're not winning, but I think Girardi's doing a really good job, because it's not like schematic that much.
Well, yeah, but here's what I'm going to say is, Pat, and I know you're somebody who would be, I bet you'd have this level of detail. It would piss me off last year that Joe Girardi's teams didn't know how to run the bases. They were horrendous on the base path.
Yeah, they were bad.
And situational baseball.
Yeah.
They were horrendous. situational baseball players.
Wasn't good, that's for sure.
I put that on the manager, though.
And you should. And that's why I think that going into this year, it's a combination of both, of not necessarily the clock's ticking, but definitely not necessarily this is your first year. It's some gray area in between, because the clock shouldn't be ticking, but at the same time, you can't ignore what we saw last year from him with what you just said, the situational problems.
Yeah, I mean, I'm patient guy, Bob. I'm patient guy. I do not believe you're unless something was so egregious.
Yeah,
I'm not firing somebody. I'm not giving somebody 2 years in a job. I'm giving them 3.
Yeah,
I'm
especially baseball. Absolutely,
right. Exactly. So I'm so excited because when he got hired, I was thrilled.
Yeah.
Like adults in the room.
Yeah, that's why it's time to see something impressive
After
from him.
Gabe Kapler.
Yeah.
I was like, we got an adult. We have an adult in the room.
Yeah, and last year, he took his lumps and the team took their lumps, but now it's, all right, impress me a little bit here, Joe.
Yeah, key word, key phrase, a little bit.
Yeah.
I need to see some improvement. I'm not looking like you got to win at all costs. I want to see some improvement in the play. And John, you make a great point. Maybe it's the base running. Maybe it's, better with the bullpen, even though they were trash. But whatever it may be, there has to be improvement, because to me, they're just taking a next step up, not jumping to winning division.
Because the whole thing was Gabe Kapler reminded me of like the Chip Kelly hire. I thought they were the same hire.
I hear you. I understand what you're saying.
You're trying to go out. You're trying to go out of the box. You're trying to go with this new age crap, which is crap.
We love it. I think it's incredible.
And the first time I went in his office in Atlanta to visit him,
did he have his traveling Albert Einstein poster
and introduce myself
to let you know how smart and introspective he is?
Well, here's how smart and introspective he was. So the first time I went in to introduce myself when they came through, he said, "He goes, I know exactly who you are," because he had heard that I was.
Did he say
he just physically is presenting?
And I'm like,
beautifully,
but
right
I would
now.
say, but I'm here introducing myself. So if you have a problem with something I've ever said about you, I'm in your office. You could say close the door, and you could call me every name in the book.
Down, yeah.
Right. Like I didn't understand. The passive aggressive crap always bothers me. And Bob's probably dealt with it, but it was I know exactly who you are. I was like, that's nice, Gabe.
Do we include that with the name dropper?
Go spit out your ice cream. That's it. Look, I know exactly who you are.
What would you like to talk about?
He was weird, but I liked the idea of them going outside the box after they tried to go with the conventional Ryan Sandberg, upstart manager, Pete McCannon, long-term managerial coaching type. They went outside the box, and they rectified it when they realized it didn't work. They didn't just string it along.
They made a mistake, though.
They did.
This team should be managed by Pete McCannon right now. Pete McCannon's
another one.
Pete McCannon, what?
Maybe that's a little bit of a doppelganger for you.
We already had a caller say that before.
Pete is that right? I just thought of it.
Pete McCannon, to me, is Brian Snitker. He's the same guy. The organizational guy, the long-term guy, player-respected guy, but you don't have patience. You want to bring in some new age guru who folds himself into boxes and does yoga and spits out ice cream and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, has been proven to be, the doctors say.
I was reading up about...
have you done it?
No. Shailene Woodley believes in it also.
Really?
Yeah. Me and my mom got in a Aaron Rodgers, Shailene Woodley conversation last night.
You mean because of eating the dirt?
Yes. Well, that's why I brought it up. And then I read her weird facts about her, and she does that also.
Okay, she's weird.
Yeah, she's weird. She's weird.
But she's with Aaron Rodgers. So weird begets weird. What I mean is that
it's all right.
Every pot has a lid.
That's right.
As long as they're happy.
Mrs. Chestnut told us many times when we were kids that, it'd be like that girl or that guy you were dating. And
every pot has a lid, huh?
And she said that was Patsy's thing. And Patsy might be listening to the show this morning. I don't know. She'd say every pot has a lid.
It's a good one.
I would say that millionaires have more lids than others.
Well, I think the lid...
NFL MVPs have more lids than say you or me.
Sometimes, though, you have the people who won't throw out a pot, and they'll put the odd-fitted lid on it.
It has to fit right, Pat.
Betty Kincade, God rest her soul. Instead of going and buying the new pots, which you could go to probably the Lawrence Park Kmart back in the day, which is now the Home Depot, you could go in there and get yourself new pots. No. I'll just use this odd-fitted pot lid and be able to use it. So I'm so excited, though, to watch Doc Rivers do his thing in the second half. But I was trying to figure out, what do I look at with Joe Girardi? And how do I look at him? What's fair? Because last year sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, last year sucked. It sucked in so many ways that you just hope that it'll be a fresh start.
Absolutely. But again, We can't expectations can't be all that high. I don't think. If we're talking 84, 85,
that's where it is.
That's fine. But just realize that. Don't get towards, they got to win this division.
There's look, we're talking about 5 games to get to 90. Like a manager, they say, is usually good for
5 to 6 wins.
Yeah, exactly. 5 to 6 wins or maybe 7 losses. So
if he's getting them 5 to 6 wins, I think that's your 85.
Well, if you...
I don't.
If you, no? I think the talent alone should get them in that range.
Yeah, I mean...
So maybe Girardi, best case, could swing them to 90.
Like when you're saying 84, if you say 84, I say 84, 85. You say 84, 85, you're saying they're a 500 team.
I think they're like a 500 team.
It's not exactly, but that's a 500 team.
Yeah.
That is a 500 team. Cinch Propane Home Delivery brings propane right to your doorstep. Just visit cinch.com, pick a delivery date that's convenient for you, and they will handle the rest. Big news. Flyers win last night. They come back and they win. That was great because four some minutes in, you're down 3-0.
Yeah.
And to come back and win that game and to win it 4-3, I think is just is more impressive than winning it.
Move your needle some?
The fact that you won it, yeah, absolutely. The fact that you won it 4-3, to me, is more impressive than just winning it. If they had won 6-5, it wouldn't be as impressive to me that they shut that thing down last night. And we are going to give some lucky winner by the end of the show today. Always be listening. Get your ears up. Some lucky person is going to have an opportunity to win tickets to go see the Flyers on Tuesday night.
Nice.
So we're going to send
That's awesome.
We're going to send you to the game because they've opened up the stadiums and so on.
Now, here's hoping the Flyers don't have some kind of an outbreak now.
Let's hope not.
Farabee tested positive.
Why would you say
night.
that?
Well, Farabee tested positive last night. They were talking about it on the air.
Now, the thing is, though, they did say it's the first positive thing the Flyers had tested for in a while.
Yeah, that wasn't smart on my part.
Yeah, I would say, don't. That is the ultimate. By the way,
get that evil away from me,
that
Ricky
is the
Bobby.
ultimate mush.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that.
That is the ultimate mush.
It's funny you bring that up about the win because it was 3-2, and I sent out 2 texts. One to the group saying next goal, whoever scores the next goal is going to win the game. When it was 3-2, I just had that feeling. And then I was texting with Egan about something else, and I said, it's such a good comeback. This win would mean so much more than a 4-3 loss, and you say, well, they came back tough. I mean, I think the win means an awful lot, like you said, John, an awful lot moving forward with this group. Like, that was a great, great effort for, I don't know.
The lockdown defensively
50 minutes last night
was fantastic.
Yeah.
But the best thing is it did mean more last night, Pat, because I like using the Parks Casino Sportsbook app to bet the win the game in regulation. And when they tied the game, I said, okay, I got 6 minutes. It was 6:14 to go in the game, I guess, when they tied it. I said, okay, I got 6 minutes to win my bet.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
That's a nice, there are so many games that go to overtime and shootouts and everything. I love that, though. I don't want to bet for a shootout.
I thought it was going to a shootout, but the fact that your captain clawed you back in that game.
Captain
Clawed you back in that game.
I see what you did there.
That's very good.
Just a pretty face. He led you in that game to the whole comeback, scoring the game-winning goal. I mean, that to me was massive.
If I'm a Daily News back page headline writer last night, it would have been scratched and clawed.
Ooh. Wow.
That would have been the headline.
Pretty good by you.
Scratched and clawed.
If only we knew somebody that used to work there that could get in their head.
You know how many phone calls we got
about the headlines?
Oh my! Especially after Eagles games. We'd all be in the office because we're putting together and writing stories and on. I mean, by the hundreds, people. Here's your back page headline for tomorrow. And it was pretty cool.
Well, in Cooney's corner, one Flyer though is going to be taken to task.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's corner.
John, Egan, you guys know hockey far better than I do. But sports in general, if I'm defending something, I kind of don't want to let the person get closer to what I'm defending than I am. I don't know. Kind of a rule of thumb, basketball. I'm not letting the guy get behind me to score a basket. If I'm a cornerback, I don't want the guy running downfield behind me. Does Shane Gostisbehere grasp this at all? I mean, he's lost. He is absolute. I don't know where his eyes are.
I last night kept, because I'm a dork, I kept freezing the game and then saying, by the camera angle, where was a penguin in front of Moose with a Flyer defenseman on his other side?
Yeah, I do that all the time.
And I kept freezing it. You know what I did? I stopped on my notes. I stopped after the first period at 7 times.
Yeah.
Pat, inexcusable.
It was ridiculous. I mean, they scored 3 goals. You blinked. You went to a bathroom break, and you looked at all the goals, and it was their defense letting them down. You know, my entire timeline was flooded with they need defensive help. I mean, at that point, they needed a lot of help. But
they did.
They were a disaster.
And you wanted to pull
defense.
Moose.
Well, it was more of, I should have clarified. It was more of a mercy pull / just a wake-up call. I would have thought about it at least.
You know why
I didn't think it was his fault.
You know why he didn't? Because he's got one guy who has
been anointed,
who's got a below 89% save percentage, which is unacceptable. So he's not going to go to him. He's not going to go to the shaky goalie. He's going to go to the goalie who's backed them all year long, and he was spectacular.
I think it's
Elliot.
I think it's because AV listens to this show, and he heard your analysis on Elliot and said he'll get it right.
You think so? He listens on the app?
Absolutely.
That'd be awesome.
When I saw Hart, it looked like he was kind of getting ready. Honest to God, I caught myself. I said no. I was like, no. Even 3-0. I didn't want them to pull him. I didn't. I was like, no, just don't. And then thank God he called timeout. It wasn't that he was going to pull. A great timeout by EV, and then they carried on from there. But I kind of felt a little weird that I was saying no, don't put in Carter Hart.
I got advice for Carter Hart too. There's zero reason that he should be sniffing ammonia to start the third period. Did you see that?
No.
I didn't.
He took the ammonia caplet right at the beginning of the third period of the broadcast. He did it in the third period, and he's doing it, and they were laughing about it on the TV. That, oh, look at him, he's sniffing the ammonia caplet, to get the smelling salts. To
wake up.
There's zero reason for the backup goalie to be doing that at the beginning of the third period. Zero reason, and that's not a good thing for kids to be seeing. Just saying. It's not a good thing for kids. There's zero reason. He's sitting on the bench. He's watching a game.
Yeah.
And that tells me that's not the first time he's done it. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing it. You're on television.
Why?
Because you're not supposed to be sniffing ammonia caplets, Pat. And guess what? If you need it, it's there for a reason. If you need it. You don't just do it to do it.
Oh, then you would hate Alexander Ovechkin.
I know. Ovechkin has a lot of things he does.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't agree.
For those that don't know, he pops 8 of them, puts them in an empty water bottle, and huffs it before the game.
He does.
Sounds healthy.
Yeah, it sounds really healthy, and it's it's very bad for you.
The guy's like second all time in goals scored, so let's have some ammonia caps,
and you
guys.
see his eyes? His eyes look like they're bugging out of his head like a Muppet.
Yeah.
They really do. He's got those bulging eyes. But I don't think that right now, I think that usually means that you've got you're cheating a bit. Hey. I would say it's like cheating to think about we're gonna get control of the puck again, and then I'm gonna charge. He doesn't want, you don't want to mess it up in front of the net.
So what happens when you're not playing well? What do? You go to your strengths, right? If you're not playing well, you try to get your strengths out there higher so that your negative play is kind of hidden a little bit. He seems to be going up ice and forgetting his defensive responsibilities because he's trying to counter it. I don't know how many times I do the same thing, John. I hit replay, I rewind, because I love to see where guys misstep. Now, in the case on skates, where's he putting his weight? Why is he putting his weight forward when he should be going back? And the play last night where the guy got behind him, he was leaning forward and then tried to go back with his stick. He was just completely out of position. And it's happening way too many times with him.
It's a lack of confidence, or it's a lack of not wanting to mix it up in front of the net.
How can we not have a better option now? He's killing you.
Okay, if you go away from him,
you lose him.
Jamie, you're going to lose him.
That's fine.
I'm not ready to lose him. See, as a coach, I wouldn't be ready to lose him. I would look at the skill set and I'd say, it's regular season. I've got to get this fixed. I got to get his confidence back.
You've already lost him. He's been lost for 3 years now.
Yeah, I think he's done.
To Jamie's question of where's the help, it's in college. It's Cam York, but he has to wait for his season to end so he can sign. So help is on the way, but it's not
they
great.
Still need a veteran.
But I think they do, and they will closer to trade.
Yeah.
But the thing is, nobody's trading right now.
Yeah.
So there you go.
But
there you go. Be sure to be a part of things here.
Matt Niskanen come back.
There was something else. That I freeze framed during the game last night that I found very annoying, and I'll share it with you coming up. Plus, there is angry Twitter, and then there's this Twitter. We'll get to it next, and maybe we'll get a spoiler from Pat Egan about a cartoon show. We never know. John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
The John Kincade Show.
Looks like I'm in for a bad hair day.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Adam Schefter, Wednesdays at 8 a.m.
Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Zach Ertz. Does somebody want to assume that contract with the idea that he wants more? And I would say no right now. And so the Eagles are hardly the only team looking to shed payroll. And while there are teams with flexibility that they'll have, I don't think they're looking to trade for bigger contracts.
Adam Schefter, Wednesdays at 8 a.m.
Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
And on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is giving new players the chance to cash $100. Just bet $1 on any team to hit a three-pointer in any basketball game this week. And if your team hits one, you cash $100. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FANATIC. That's code FANATIC only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. In partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. Winnings paid out in 4 $25 free bets. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Recently, a new client called me and started by saying, "Mr. Morgan, I really need your help, but I'm just a nobody." Those words stunned me, and I immediately called him back. At Morgan & Morgan, our goal is to level the playing field for you and your family at your time of need. The insurance company has unlimited money and resources. You need a firm who can fight them toe-to-toe. Everybody is a somebody, and nobody is a nobody. Visit forthepeople.com to learn about our firm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Offices Philadelphia. For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. And the ones who help make sure everyone makes it home safe. For the safety-minded who watch everyone's backs, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as safety assessments and training to keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive Motorcycle presents Road Wisdom from the Motor. Ride confidently in the direction of your dreams. Unless it's a bad dream, then turn around. Go the other way. Progressive Motorcycle also presents basic policy starting at $79 a year. Progressive Motorcycle, for those who were born to ride. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy is not available in all states.
Here's the good news. Even with high unemployment, there's still a need for hundreds of thousands of cybersecurity professionals in the U.S. right now. And My Computer Career is training people to help meet the demand. No IT experience? No problem. Take the free career evaluation today at mycomputercareer.edu. Start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. Grants covering up to 53% of the cost are available to those who qualify. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
That meeting's starting at 4. Can I get those projections?
Indeed knows unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
Karen, do these numbers look right to you?
Like at Mia's research firm. To hit client deadlines, she needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Businesses that run like clockwork establish routines they trust. That's why over 1 million companies rely on Cintas. We'll help you protect employees and customers with essential safety supplies. Inspect your fire protection systems and devices. Hygienically launder your uniforms. And keep you well-stocked with the leading hand sanitizers and disinfecting wipes. Learn how Cintas can help you open your doors with confidence.
Oh, I'm ready!
Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
It's time for some straight talk. Your tax return could look different this year, but you're still going to hear a lot of noise about how to spend it. So when the big carriers tell you to splurge on the latest nonsense, just tune it out. With Straight Talk, you can get a Samsung Galaxy A51 for just $199. Plus, get the $45 unlimited talk, text, and data plan with no contract on America's best networks for up to 50% less. Tune out the nonsense and tune in to Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
That should do it with your new Anderson 400 series windows. So stylish and easy to install. I have these exact ones in my own home.
Honestly, John, we couldn't be happier.
They're perfect.
They last a long time. Don't think you'll be needing me again. So this is probably goodbye. Alex, Julie, we'll see ya.
I hate goodbyes.
Alex, John was our contractor.
Anderson 400 series are the windows contractors trust most. Learn more at AndersonWindows.com. 2020 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors. Visit AndersonWindows.com for warranty details.
Hey, it's John Kincade, and my friends at T-Mobile have a spectacular deal right now for the 55 and older crowd. And you're going to want to hear this. How about this? You can get 2 lines of unlimited data for just $70 a month with Netflix included. Taxes and fees included in that price for just $70 a month. It's a fixed rate. That's all you're going to pay. And with Netflix included, you can be streaming all your favorite shows, and you're absolutely going to love being able to constantly be in touch. You know that T-Mobile network, it's the best in the business. So when you're trying to send video to your family, when you're trying to share pictures with your kids out of state, and you just want to be connected at all times, then there's no better company to be with than T-Mobile. And right now, the Magenta Unlimited 55 includes Netflix with 2 lines of unlimited data for just $70 a month. $70 a month, and that's every month, and it's flat. Visit T-Mobile.com/55 or call 1-800-T-Mobile today. With AutoPay, sales tax and regulatory fees are included in rate plan price, keeping it steady. It's unlimited on T-Mobile's network. Customers using over 100 gigs a month may notice reduced speeds during congestion due to data prioritization. Video typically 48p. Receive Netflix standard with 2 lines.
Hello? We just made your listening experience easier. 97.5 The Fanatic is now on radio.com. Radio.com. Check it out now. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Sorry, this is your life right now. Listening to me on the radio.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. As we told you, be listening all day long because it may help you win Flyers tickets to go see the Flyers Tuesday night against the Buffalo Sabres. You are going to want to be a winner of those tickets, so make sure that you are listening to the John Kincade Show all morning. The boys were just spending the entire break. Well, Bob spent some of the entire break out the hallway, thankfully.
My back, it just needs to be stretched today, that's all.
And then once it was stretched, then there was something else that stretched down.
Well,
the backbone is connected to the ass bone.
Yeah, exactly. But we got, the boys were reviewing the Carson Wentz mansion.
Yeah.
Is it a mansion?
Yeah,
I'd call it a mansion.
I'd say it's a mansion.
So it is. Tell me what you see, boys. In Carson Wentz's house, we're
MLS talking about 7,400 square feet in Woodstown, New Jersey.
Which I do not know where Woodstown is.
So Woodstown's south. It's like if you want to cross the Delaware River, it would be between, say, Airport-ish and where the Union play.
Okay,
so it's South Jersey. Yeah, it's woodsy, wide
Very
open.
woodsy, yeah.
It looks like he picked a plot of land, a few acres, and then plopped a house, had a house built for him there.
So this house was just built.
I think he had it built when he came here. Yes, I do.
So he spent all that money on a house that he ends up.
He can afford it.
Yeah, but
it's listed at $1.7 million, 5 bedroom, 4.5 baths.
Who's buying it?
Well, Coney needs a home.
I do need a house.
To live out in the woods.
Maybe
that's a very.
What'd they say? 1.6?
You built 1.7. You built something very unique. You built something very unique.
It's gorgeous, though.
But in the middle of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
But that's him. He wanted to be somewhere where he could. I think they own enough property there that he was able to go out hunting on his own property.
I have a feeling he's going. Do you think he keeps the house?
No.
It's up for sale.
It's up for sale. That's
it is. So
that's the MLS listing I'm looking at.
I don't know.
So there's a lake in the backyard. There's a connecting farm that you can buy for an additional $300,000. So you get all the hunting land. It's like a hunter's paradise.
Okay, again, very limited seller's market.
Yeah.
So you went and built something so specific that now not a lot of people are going to want to buy it.
I mean,
it only takes one, John.
Now,
a lot of the Eagles hunt.
What did you like the most there? Is you two are like, listening to these two was like the love it or list it. I was like, wait, do you want to love it?
Well, I
list
jotted down a couple notes.
Yes, you did.
Okay, what are your notes?
We love the cathedral ceiling.
The cathedral ceilings in the living room were great.
Almost church-like.
Yeah, 3 tiers of window, huge windows, so a lot of good natural light in there.
Not a fan of that.
Of the natural light?
No, I'm not a fan of the giant
wall of windows.
Hate it, in fact. In fact, I would never buy a house
no
that
privacy for you?
I would too much light always coming in.
Yeah, well,
I love daylight.
They had the nice retractable blinds
of course
and
they
stuff.
did.
Yes. The kitchen is kind of like you walk in and you kind of go right into the kitchen after an offshoot of a office and living room.
No one cares.
I agree,
We
Pat.
do.
But
we do.
The kitchen was awesome.
The kitchen, gorgeous. You have a breakfast area that seats 8. You have a beautiful bar height kitchen set that seats 8 or 10, and then it's wide up with a beautiful farm sink.
Yeah.
Yes.
One thing I did notice in Carson Wentz's house, no mirrors. No mirrors.
There were too many actually in one of the bathrooms. Jamie and I commented on that.
They're not good at bathroom interior design. We'll say that.
I'm trying to figure something out. You're telling me there's a bunch of bathrooms in the mirrors in the bathroom?
Yeah, one bathroom.
The one didn't have good mirrors.
Like you're sitting on the toilet.
Right next to you, there was mirrors.
No, it was like the design mirrors. It wasn't like a full mirror. It was like,
but it was jagged, but you could see yourself.
Yeah.
Is this crossover going to end soon?
Okay, that's
but
really
attached
weird.
to the kitchen was a really nice like dining area with a huge walk-in wine closet.
Really?
And he had
it was
plenty of wine in there,
filled
filling it
to the
up.
gills. Yeah,
Really?
Carson promotes drinking.
The way Carson Wentz was portrayed, I wouldn't have thought him having a wine, being big into
Well, once you get so
wine
much money, like all these NBA guys, they become sommeliers because what else are you going to do with that much money but buy really expensive wine?
He had a refrigerator in one of his showers. We're convinced he's a
that
beer
the
shower guy.
fridge?
Yeah.
It's a beer fridge?
Yeah. His bar downstairs. Glorious.
I would have
glorious.
thought Carson Wentz's house, Pat. Now, you have not seen the pictures. I have not seen them. I would have thought never would we see a large selection of wine cellar and all that stuff.
A little surprised, but he's cultured now.
How about the?
It might be his wife too. His wife might be a big
How
influence
about the
on
fridge? She's from Kentucky.
Yeah, okay. They make bourbon there.
Okay, the fridge,
do,
the fridge in the shower.
Yeah, it's a milk fridge.
It's not in the shower. It's right next to the shower in the bathroom, over by the sink.
Okay. What's that there for?
I mean, if I had a big enough room where I could put a little mini fridge with water bottles in it, I would be pretty pumped about that.
You need a water bottle and you need a water bottle container in your bathroom?
It'd be pretty baller.
For what?
You wake up in the middle of the night.
You get done working out, you're sweaty, you go to get a shower.
Yeah. It's just nice to have water around everywhere.
There's water in my house.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that. That was one thing. And the other thing, in the theater room, so they have like it's not a red paint on the wall, but it's like a lighter red paint. But then they have red couches.
Oh,
in there.
no.
And they don't match perfectly.
No.
It's not a good look. The theater room did not impress me.
But the basement is kick-ass.
It is really good.
Yeah, there's a really nice bar, 2 huge flat screens, a living area. Then he's got a pool table and a shuffleboard and some kind of dart
Wait a
game.
minute. That just came to my mind.
What's that?
The shuffleboard. You mean the sawdust shuffleboard?
Yeah.
I want that.
Those are the best.
A buddy of mine has one.
I want one.
Yeah, we used to go over Friday nights.
Okay,
and
I
play.
want one. Christina, I'm getting that.
And then he's got the workout room down there and the theater room. The basement's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
The basement is very sweet. Their guest rooms are very boring. But then we get to the master boudoir, and that is one massive bed they slept on.
I hear the beginning's good, but the ending is always disappointing.
I think they ran plays on there. I mean, it's huge.
It's a shack-sized
That's
bed.
good. Oh, my gosh.
It is enormous.
All right, in the linchpin, this Twitter's angry Twitter.
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, this really surprised me about, if I had that poll real quick, everybody, who's got which sport has...
What did you just
Yeah,
say?
right.
If I had to poll all of you guys...
No,
I thought you said if I had that
poll.
Have either of you ever been polled? If I polled all you guys right now...
Everybody.
Yeah, I'll bang that.
What sport do you think would have the angriest faction of fans on Twitter?
Football.
Football.
Hockey.
Well, you're all wrong.
Hockey.
Really? Now, who's judging the anger?
A study was done. Online Gambling conducted a study in which they took data from BuzzSumo and analyzed social reactions on Twitter to each of these sports to find out which group of fans interacts with the most anger. In a landslide, the angriest sports fans on Twitter, golf at 42%. Second is soccer. Third is baseball.
Wow.
Fourth is the NFL.
Wow.
That shocks me.
I do think football fans, and Pat, you know all about trolls. You love engaging them. The idea of that a football fan, when their team gets trashed, is always defending their team.
A little bit. I think there's a good section of the fan base, though, that is like they'll joke around about it more if their team's getting crapped on.
Okay.
They're self-deprecating. But actually, now that I think more about this, it makes sense.
It does?
Because everybody who watches golf plays golf. And what's the most frustrating sport you've ever played?
There's no question.
It's golf.
No question.
And then baseball, that makes sense because that's a sport of failure. I mean, all of this actually
makes... You're going to fail 7 out of 10 times and you could be a Hall of Famer.
It actually makes a lot of sense.
It really sort of does.
Yeah.
Pat, I'm not used to you bringing sense to the show.
Yeah, that was
seriously. Know your freaking role.
It must be Friday.
I'm gonna go home now.
Know your role.
It must be Friday.
By Friday, he rounds into shape.
Oh, it's funny. This kind of makes
Maybe
me
give him
believe
off Monday and Tuesday.
That was a good Tuesday by you.
Pick up with him.
Your Delco came out.
So it makes me believe that a lot of people, like we talked about yesterday, are watching golf through the betting eyes.
Yes, I think that's what it is.
I've never done that.
Golf is
and
really
it's an individual
fun to
thing.
bet.
So instead of pounding on a tee, it's just an individual you're going after,
and the odds are great.
Yeah,
golf's really fun to bet. I really enjoy it.
I like Ian on YouTube this morning says, what shocks me is there's someone sitting around researching who has the most angry Twitter.
A lot of people have a lot of time on their hands out there. Oh my
gosh. But you know what, though? On stations all around the country and in newspapers, that's getting it. It gets them their pub.
Yeah.
It gets them their pub.
So, yeah, PGA fans, the most angry.
Wow.
Isn't that shocking?
That is crazy. You know what's not shocking? If you're driving less, you could be saving more on car insurance. Save money with pay-per-mile insurance from Allstate. Call a local Allstate agent today and get a quote. One thing did disturb me a little bit. I said my cousin Justin is my insurance rep. And by the way, the insurance compared to Auburn, Alabama, the insurance rates are a lot different here. But I found out how much litigious Pennsylvania is. We are like a top 6 suing state.
That makes sense.
People suing each other. Pennsylvania.
Huh. I've sued a company before. I've never sued a person.
You've sued a company?
Yes.
Are you talking about being part of a class action?
No.
Or something else?
Individual. The airline company.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What happened?
Yeah, it was my first
private jet. Sometimes people got to say 9 disclosures. So the private jet took you guys to the Jersey Shore.
No, I was working my first Super Bowl for NBC, and flights were going down to Tampa, and there was absolute chaos at the booking gate where I was. There was a class trip, and not enough was being done by employees, and I ended up missing my flight. I ended up missing 2 days of work. But more important than the lost wages was this was a big opportunity for me to go work my first Super Bowl. So I had to call my bosses and be like, and there ended up being a snowstorm later that day, so I couldn't get down to Tampa for 2 days, and it was a big blow to me professionally. So I sued for lost wages, my flight, and some
okay. And you got it?
Yeah, I didn't get I shot a little high, hoping that we would middle out a little bit, but yeah, I got compensated.
You ever sued anybody, Pat?
Seriously? No.
Never. No, but some people.
I never thought I would be suing anybody.
Who am I suing? A movie theater employee? Where do I go?
There's this one of our fine listeners or whatever. It's like, oh, John's ripping Carson Wentz for building a house. Isn't he building a house? Dude, I'm building a house. Yes, I am. So what is your freaking point? I'm not ripping him for building a house. I'm saying when you build a house, when you go to custom. And by the way, this isn't my take. This is from watching all the stupid real estate shows that I watch. They always tell you be very careful about where you build and how custom you make it. because somebody else isn't going to want all your customizations. Now, Bob and Jamie.
I don't think this is
both.
too custom.
I think you guys are both teaming up on this. I think, right, you're putting in an offer to later today? The Coonies and the Lynches, maybe
we could split up. Yeah.
I could probably afford the, what else?
The calculator's right here.
No. What else is for sale? Besides the house, what did you say? There's
There's
barn
an
area?
adjacent farm for $300,000.
Okay, I'll do the farm.
And then you'll drop, you know what, drop a modular home on it and go shopping.
So if you
go doing that.
According to Redfin, if you put down 20% or $340,000, your monthly payment would only be $7,815. So $7,815 a month.
How much?
$7,815 per month, according to
On
Redfin.
a 30-year mortgage?
Yeah, at 2.93%.
And you can get a better rate than that.
Yeah, probably. I got better. No big deal.
Wow, that is a real...
you also got a bigger home.
That's really crazy.
Well, it's price to move.
Yeah, should we move in, the four of us?
I think this could be. I think this could really.
Coach,
work
I
out.
say we take the show there.
I have just watched all those real estate shows. I think they love the Love It or List It couple.
It's 11 acres, by the way. The property.
That's really good.
That's
too.
really nice.
Love the Love It or List It.
David and
Hillary.
Hillary,
yeah.
Love her.
I'm team
Love
Hillary.
her. I like them both.
Hillary's up
She's
there.
awesome.
She's like in her close to 70.
She's getting it done.
And Hillary and David. I watch Chip and Joanna sometimes.
Yes, Chip and Joanna must watch.
I love, and I told you I like the hometown couple.
The Louisiana couple.
No, they're
right?
Mississippi.
Or Mississippi. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Laurel, Mississippi.
I love them.
I love them too.
I do too.
I love them too.
Yes.
Because I admire those people on those shows that can do things that I have no chance that I could do.
Don't you wish you could go into like a wood shop and take a piece of wood and make something?
Yes.
I would love to be able to do that.
I told you, the fact that I was such an idiot and didn't follow through on music lessons.
Yeah.
That I didn't follow through on that. But I'd love to be able to fix something. I'd love to be able to. I would love to be able to be able to make something. You know, make something.
It would be nice, but I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Yeah, I'm not handy at all. I'm not a handy guy. I mean, you probably guessed that by looking at me, but like these HGTV shows, I am so out on them.
Wow.
Well, you don't like it because you're not good at it. If you were good at it, you would probably. You know what I mean?
I like sports and I suck at sports, so that's just
that's
shot
a good
holes in your
point.
theory there,
My
Bobby.
fault. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
move on.
I don't know that I would. I would love to be able to. I'd love to be able to build a deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like something like that. I'm not talking about build a house.
Yeah.
But I'd love to be able to say, you know what? I could build a deck. I could build something which other people can do. Things that other people can do.
Like this dude on that Mississippi show the other day. They had too many beams in one room. He took the wood from the beams down, took it back to his shop, and made like an island out of it.
Yeah, he does that
I mean,
stuff.
like that
That's
is awesome.
He does that stuff.
And the satisfaction you must have to walk out of there and put that in the house and be like, "Yep."
Wait, am I really the most handy on the show?
You absolutely.
Wow.
I mean, you hire people.
No, I try to do a lot of the work.
I'm bet I can hire somebody to do
Like
something.
we
trying to hire somebody. I can't
I'm
find
terrible
somebody.
with
So
that.
like recently our toilet broke, like the inside arm inside the tank broke, and I replaced the handle and the arm and the chain.
Christina does that for us.
So none of you three could do that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You could do that.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
could do
all
that?
right.
Yeah, probably not well, but yeah, I do it.
No, I mean I might have to hop on YouTube.
Well, yeah, everything is.
That seems like an embarrassing thing to call a handyman
Exactly.
for. But I would dread having to go.
Could
on
you
YouTube
mount a
and look it
TV?
up.
No.
I'm not. I'm not good.
It's really not hard.
It's not hard, but
Flat screen guy.
Yeah.
No, the guy, Eric, the flat screen guy, is Eric hangs the TV. So.
me and holes in walls never really work out.
No.
Could you hang a ceiling fan?
I've done
Well,
it
no.
many times.
Okay,
No,
'cause
not
that's not difficult.
Not when Big Dan's right one phone call away. Why would I be hanging a ceiling
That's what
fan?
phones are
See,
for.
That's what phones are for. All right, now.
Do you have the patience to put together a piece of IKEA furniture?
I do it, but I do not have the patience. I hate that.
Guess what? I don't have patience to go to IKEA. My wife and daughter drag me up to IKEA.
Your minimum 90 minutes, no matter what you're
My
putting
wife
together.
and daughter love IKEA. They love
It's
it.
good.
We went up to the one in Conchi.
Yeah.
And when they were outfitting my apartment, which I was being dragged to, and I said, I don't need to be here. You guys can do this. You love this.
Yeah.
We spent so much time in IKEA, and I swear to you, it was like an episode of Lost.
Oh, it's amazing
They
there.
make you walk,
Yes.
but they don't let you. They don't let
No,
you. It's
you
like,
can't break off.
You can't break off.
It's
like
a rat race.
There, I mean, and you have no way, and you got to follow the dots. Follow
Yeah, but
the
you can
rules.
eat there too.
Did you get meatballs?
No.
Oh, they're good.
I wanted to get the hell out of IKEA. My wife and daughter are like, oh, Dad, we're going to get your thing. And then, Olivia, Dad, so how's that silverware? It's good. Like they're like, Dad, you know that silverware is really good. You know, we paid like a great price for it. I'm like, good. Like they're the
It gets food to my mouth.
They bought the plates.
Oh, the Sprugens.
The plates and the bowls. So they got these bowls for me. And they're like, oh, those bowls are great. Aren't they great? And I'm like,
it holds stuff.
And they have a little bit of a texture to them.
Yes, you know, that stuff excites me.
Does it?
Like, I love going out and getting, I don't know, like wine glasses or not expensive, you know, like wine glasses or like little, like the other day, I said, if we ever do get a new house, I would love to get a spice rack. I said, you know what? I might even grab one today.
What do you mean? Like where you're
a displayable spice rack?
A displayable spice
because
rack.
the spices in my house, and I have many, because Jamie and I love to cook, so I have many spices, and it's always like taking out, looking. Where's the cumin? Where's this?
They
Where's
sell
that?
ones in like the
Lazy Susan.
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of, but they're like a tiered shelf system in a cabinet, too,
right?
That are pretty good,
right? So I said last week when we were going chai, I said I want to get a spice rack, and I got the. No, you have to wait till we get a house before we get a spice rack.
And I'm going to Mopar, you and I are throwing down right now. He goes, what do you think their wives and girlfriends think? Not handy? Man card lost. Hey, Mopar, you know who loses their man card? Guys who are grown adults who give a damn what other guys think about what they can or cannot do.
I ain't no bitch.
So there it is.
Don't go after Mopar.
Mopar, let me be honest with you. A guy who cares like he's at the 6th grade lunch table what other guys think about what he does, they're the ones who've lost their man card.
Hey,
now
Mopar's plenty of man.
Oh, man, there we go. Hey, so the Doc Rivers assessment. So Doc Rivers then.
I vehemently.
We're just round back.
Vehemently disagree with your boy, Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay.
And Doc Rivers is my perfect example. So Shaq, if for those who didn't hear, we had Shaq on, and he's had this discussion with John in the past before you came up, and we had it with him.
We argue it all the time.
Yeah. Coaches don't mean all that much in the NBA. And look, he said he was always told just go play, and he could play. Yeah, to me, Shaquille O'Neal's good enough. Kobe Bryant's good enough. You can say go play, and you'll figure other things out. It should be good enough. Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons absolutely needed and are getting what had to happen from Doc Rivers in order for them to get to the next level. I thoroughly believe it. And when we had Doc on, he said, yeah, day one, when Joe caught the ball down in the post, we taught him how to turn and look and see the defense coming and all that. His footwork is so much better this year.
Yeah, you know.
The way he passes out of doubles, right, James?
Yeah, he used to have his back to the play so much.
Exactly.
And now that you just said that, he looks at the defense now.
And gets rid of the ball.
Like 80% of the time.
You know, one of the first times, so Joe was still hurt. Joel Embiid was still hurt. We were at practice one time, and a ball came over, like, towards him, and I was sitting and he picked it up and threw it back as he was sitting on a table. Now his foot was in a cast. And I just made a mental note of him, like, wow, he throws like an athlete, too. You know, like he just picked it up and threw the ball, and I was impressed that way. Watch the way he passes now when double teams are coming. He always had the ability to do it.
Mark in South Jersey wants to share a thought on this same subject. Mark, welcome to The Fanatic. How are you, buddy?
I'm good, John. How are you guys?
What are you doing, man?
Good. So I'll touch on the Sixers, then I want to talk about your handyman stuff, or your being that manly.
Yeah, not handly. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I do for a living. But on the Sixers, obviously I've been following them for years, and one of the things I noticed this year. The difference is Doc Rivers has done more with this team in 30 games than they've done in the last 2 seasons with Brett Brown, and pretty much close to the same rosters. The things I've seen, and I go back to like last week when he started Furkan. I remember I came home, I turned on TV, I'm like, oh my God, he started Furkan. What is he doing? There's got to be a better option. And then Furkan puts up 16 in the first quarter. I'm like, all right, that's why they pay him to be the coach.
That's feel, though, right?
Yeah, that's feel. I'm like, that's why they pay him to be the coach. That's why I'm sitting here making dinner watching him coach, because he's the one that does this.
What did you have to on the handyman stuff? See, that's what you do?
So that's what I do. So I was a contractor for years. Now I make furniture. So we make rustic farmhouse furniture, but we make it out of like timbers. Like you go to the store, you buy 2x4. You go to the store, you buy 2x4s, 2x6s, and all. That's what we make. We make kitchen islands, all that stuff. So you were talking about taking a piece of lumber and making it into an island. I'm standing in my shop right now. It's what we do every day.
Mark, I'm not kidding you. I'm going to call you in a couple minutes. I got a question for you.
All right.
Mark, we're going to put you on hold. You can talk to Connor.
We might have just gotten some business.
So Bob knows, all right? So Bob knows what's going on. That's absolutely
Sounds
awesome.
good.
That is absolutely awesome. Thank you, Mark. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. And Coach and Egan are demanding that I just apologize for snapping
I think he came at Mopar a little hard.
a little hard.
Mopar, you know we love you.
Yeah.
You know,
Did you not get enough sleep last night, John?
You know we love you.
What do you say, Mo?
You know we love you. But the man card thing always bothers me.
I'll punch John in the face for you, Mopar.
Seriously, the only guys who talk about man cards or who worry about man cards are guys who are like sitting at the 6th grade lunch table going, I wonder what Billy thinks of me if I say that I like this. I mean, Pat Egan stayed up all night to watch a cartoon show. And I'm not ripping
Is it a
him for
cartoon?
No,
it's not.
No, it's based on cartoon characters.
Okay, I don't know. Honestly, don't know
Comic
anything
book
about
crap.
You know when you lose your man card when you come at Mopar.
There you go.
We're Mopar people, John.
Guess what? We are Mopar people. We made him change his name back. All right, we got lots coming up on the show. Lots of kindness on this Friday coming up. Jason Peters had a strange assessment of all of you. And I don't think it's fair. We'll get to it next. Love you, Mopar. It's the John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic. Okay, there is one of the things that in life that I would like to leave to professionals, and that is taking care of my lawn, because I don't know anything about it. I could walk into a home fix-it store and buy lawn seed and try to do it myself, but I want my lawn to look great, and I also want it to be safe for the family and for the dog, and that's what is very, very important. That is why Natural Lawn of America comes into place, because Natural Lawn of America can build a safer place for my family, for everybody, because do you know their organic-based lawn care products have reduced the need for chemicals up to 85%. But my lawn's not going to be your lawn. Your lawn may have spotty areas of shade. Your lawn may have thin areas. Mine may have stubborn weeds. Well, Natural Lawn, their custom approach is not going to give you a blanket approach to every single house in the neighborhood. They're going to give you a safer, greener, weed-free, envy of the neighbor's yard. And isn't that what's important? Take advantage of the limited time offer that you can get right now. Schedule Natural Lawn's full-service program. Get free seeding every year. That's free seeding every year. Call 800-FREE-SEED, 800-FREESEED. Choose my lawn care company. Natural Lawn of America with greener grass, fewer weeds, guaranteed.
The John Kincade Show.
Oh, geez, look at the butt on that. Yeah, he must work out.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Adam Schefter, Wednesdays at 8 a.m.
Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Zach Ertz. Does somebody want to assume that contract with the idea that he wants more? And I would say no right now. And so the Eagles are hardly the only team looking to shed payroll. And while there are teams with flexibility that they'll have, I don't think they're looking to trade for bigger contracts.
Adam Schefter, Wednesdays at 8 a.m.
Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
And on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is giving new players the chance to cash $100. Just bet $1 on any team to hit a three-pointer in any basketball game this week. And if your team hits one, you cash $100. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FANATIC. That's code FANATIC only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. In partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. Winnings paid out in 4 $25 free bets. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Injured on the job? Insurance companies will turn their backs on you.
I deserve better.
Some employers just won't care. I deserve better. Call Martin Law. We wrote the book on workers' comp in Pennsylvania. Call today to arrange a free consultation. Our team will help you get the benefits you deserve. Call 215-587-8400. That's 215-587-8400. Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers for over 40 years.
Good morning, privates! Good morning, Drill Sergeant! I mean, seriously, what a pleasant morning. The sun is shining and the birds are chirping. You seem to be in a good mood today. Astute observation.
He's probably happy because he found out Honey Nut Cheerios can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet.
They're even shaped like hearts. So, in lieu of the obstacle course today, I propose a nice meditative nature walk. Does that sound delightful to everyone? Yes, Drill Sergeant!
Happy Heart Shapes are back for a limited time. Learn more about Honey Nut Cheerios by picking up a box at your local store.
Listening to this Allstate commercial about savings might be the hardest thing about getting those savings. Save for simply becoming an Allstate customer. Save more for adding DriveWise. And save even more for driving safely. Visit Allstate.com or contact your local agent for a quote today. Allstate. Minimum effort, maximum reward.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. Drive-bys is an optional feature. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
That meeting's starting at 4. Can I get those projections?
Indeed knows unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
Karen, do these numbers look right to you?
Like at Mia's research firm. To hit client deadlines, she needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Good morning, privates!
Good morning, Drill Sergeant!
I mean, seriously, what a pleasant morning. The sun is shining and the birds are chirping. You seem to be in a good mood today. Astute observation.
He's probably happy because he found out Honey Nut Cheerios can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet.
They're even shaped like hearts. So, in lieu of the obstacle course today, I propose a nice meditative nature walk. Does that sound delightful to everyone?
Yes, Drill Sergeant!
Happy Heart Shapes are back for a limited time. Learn more about Honey Nut Cheerios by picking up a box at your local store.
This week at Macy's, save big with men's specials, like casual shirts, $19.99 to $39.99, and 20% off loungewear and slippers from Nautica and more. Update your space with 60% off dinnerware sets, and Martha Stewart Collection serveware, now 65% off. Or get an extra 20% off fresh spring arrivals with your coupon or Macy's card. Savings off sale and clearance prices, exclusions apply.
With no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, banking with Capital One is like the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Kind of like choosing Charles Barkley in a pickup game.
We'll take Barkley.
Ha! First pick. Sorry, kids.
Yep, even easier than that. And with our top-rated app, you can bank anytime, anywhere, making Capital One an even easier decision.
Okay, here's the plan. Pass me the ball every time.
This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
New consumer accounts only. Approval required. Terms apply. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Here's the good news. Even with high unemployment, there's still a need for hundreds of thousands of cybersecurity professionals in the U.S. right now. And My Computer Career is training people to help meet the demand. No IT experience? No problem. Take the free career evaluation today at mycomputercareer.edu. Start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. Grants covering up to 53% of the cost are available to those who qualify. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Hey, it's Mike Miss here. You know, Philly sports is big business, and we've got you covered every weekday with the Fanatic's Business of Sports Reports, powered by Pico for Business. For information on how your company can save with Pico's incentives, just go to pico.com/more savings.
Sometimes in business, the unexpected comes calling. But even in, I'm going to say it, unprecedented times, don't bounce back. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward fast with internet speeds up to a gig, with the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks, and with security solutions that help keep your connected devices protected. Be fast, be flexible, be ready for what's next. And bounce forward. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com to learn more.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Thank God this is radio, or you'd have to be looking at my face.
I'm too sexy for my shirt.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
7 o'clock hour, the John Kincade Show, brought to you by my sportsbook app of choice, the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. You can download it at parkscasino.com/PA and use the promo code Fanatic. Love Parks Casino. I'm going to go visit probably tomorrow. Go visit the casino.
Kill some time.
Play little cards.
Nice.
Play little cards.
You have an envelope ready?
Oh, I'll have an envelope ready.
Yeah.
I'll be all right. I just take money out of the envelope from Betty's Christmas a year ago that I still haven't even touched. So I'll be into Betty's Christmas money. Mom was very creative with gifts.
You told me some stuff about Mom yesterday, which was really cool.
She knew her son.
Yeah. Oh, we got to tell the story of what happened to us yesterday.
Okay.
So we went out to get a bite to eat after work, you and I, and our waiter. Tell me.
It's story time.
Yes,
tell me if this is a violation. Our waiter comes over. I'm not looking, and John starts making fun of him about something. He's wearing a Cowboys mask.
He's wearing a Cowboys mask here in Balkenwood at a restaurant. So immediately, what do? I'm mature. So I immediately just abuse him for the entire time that he
Seems fair.
But he was very cool.
Yeah, John's line to him was, so I'm to assume that the meal's going to start out well, but it's going to finish terribly. Is that what's going to happen today? I was like, oh, damn.
Your service is going to go down. Now, the gentleman 2 tables over was listening to me harass the waiter and thought it was the high entertainment. He was like, this is good. Because and to his credit, the waiter was a real good dude, and he kept coming back at me. And he goes, I just wanted to follow a winner. And I said, well, 25 years ago, you probably felt good about that decision.
Oh, let's air out our dirty laundry.
Uh-oh. Dirty laundry?
Seriously?
What's there dirty laundry?
You guys went to lunch yesterday and didn't invite any of us?
No, we had a lunch.
And John said to me, I want to go out with everybody individually when he sent me a text, and he started with
Jamie
me.
And Jamie and I are going out to lunch.
Oh, I guess I didn't get that text message.
I didn't.
You will when it's time for you to go out to lunch.
Jamie and I are going to go out to lunch like next week or the week after.
Yeah, boom.
And we're going out on, and we're going out. We're heading over to Mary Jane Lane.
Yeah.
The maturity here is,
which I don't get our appetites going.
Which I don't think we're going to do a video.
Roasted.
I don't think we're going to do a video over there. But I want to get Damon from West Philly in here. Damon, thanks for holding on. You're on the Fanatic. Good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning, John. Happy Friday, Bob, Jamie, Pat, man.
What's up,
going on, fellas?
And Coach.
And Coach, yes. Welcome. Real quick, John, before I get to my Shaq point. I was a General Hospital guy as the world turns to all my children. That was my lineup.
Oh,
Up
yeah.
until college.
James
I scheduled my college classes around there. I kid you not.
You love
I went through,
Yes.
Yeah, I went through Rick Sniper Scorpio, Luke Lord, the whole shebang.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So Shaq, right? This comment, he contradicts himself. And I love Shaq. When I lived in L.A., I was there when Dale Harris coached the Shaq Kobe team when Bo came off the bench in his rookie year to back up Byron Scott. They lost that first round to the Utah Jazz. I think Dale came back the next year, but after that, they brought in the guru, Phil Jackson. So coaches do make a difference because we know the rest of the story. So for him to say that.
Damon, you and I are in 100% agreement, and I've argued this with him as long as we've worked together and done a show together. And I've said to him that what I'm seeing this year out of Joel Embiid is exactly what I saw Shaq take his game to a next level under Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
So I think it's the same effect. I think there is. And he says, no, I matured. He says he matured. I don't have to do the Shaq voice when I say what he does. Thank you, Damon.
No problem. And Embiid's matured too.
He is. Yeah, and he has. And he become a dad, and that helps. So, Damon, good job, man. Appreciate it. Okay, now I need a ruling on this Mopar thing, and why do I think you're all going to jump me?
We're Team Mopar here.
Okay. So Mopar sends back on the YouTube feed, and we love all you on YouTube. You guys are awesome. Mopar says on YouTube, thanks, Coach, for having my back. SMH.
Shaking my head.
Mopar came at me. Why would he need someone to have his back? He came after. I didn't pick a fight with Mopar.
Careful.
I didn't pick a fight with Mopar.
Watch it.
Coach, I didn't. He came after me.
I think what you're realizing on your own show is that we're more loyal to Mopar than we are to you.
Seriously. I think Mopar has a read in the next break. I think he does. He's got a read. No, he came after me.
He does this for Lowe's.
You cannot be the attacker. Somebody comes back on you and then you act offended. You put your hands in the air and go, oh my God, somebody came back at me. Because I can promise you this. If you're an idiot troll, I don't come back at you. I ignore you. If you're somebody like Mopar, who I love and respect, he's here every day, he's a fan of the show, he listens, then I'm going to come back at you like the boys. We're going to get in an argument.
Going to have to defend John on this. Going to have to defend John.
Wow.
Mopar did come out a little strong.
He came out on me.
Little strong.
I didn't come after Mopar.
Turning your back on Mopar.
No, I'm not turning my back on Mopar at all.
Sounds like you are.
Not at all. No, but you got to defend. Mopar did come out a little tough.
He came after me. I didn't come after him.
Like he came out in a verbal match and threw the first punch.
I thank him every day. I'm kind to Mopar.
Knowing Mopar like I do, he probably just needs to have his cup of coffee first.
You know what? You just made the list. Or exactly.
He's just got to wake up a little bit. He's a little cranky.
By the way, my wife will tell you, the list exists. And Mopar doesn't want to be on it. Mopar, you don't want to be on the list.
Is the list in the head or is it actual physical list?
But she'll go, you're on the list. He's on the list. And she'll say to me, he's on the list, isn't he? He's on the list. Yeah, it's the list. And the list is in the head. Now, you can get off the list. It's hard to get on the list. Mopar would never be on the list. Yeah. This little dust up. But, but you can get on the list. but it's really hard to get off the list. It's hard to get on.
You don't want to make an enemy out of me.
There you go. Thank you, Brick. Appreciate it.
No, that was Mopar, actually. We had it recorded.
Really, that's good. As we start the 7 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show, Jason Peters helped to contribute to a verbal pity party that is going on about the departure of Carson Wentz. And I'm going to quote him. Here's what he told Good Morning Football yesterday. Carson is a great player. Nothing really went wrong on that. He was just in Philadelphia. It's a hard city to play for, man. They're critical of every play, every inch, every foot, every year. You got to bring it every year or Philadelphia will eat you up, man. That's the exact quote from Good Morning Football by Jason Peters. And I asked Jason Peters, dude, seriously? Nothing went wrong on Carson being a great player? I thought in many ways that Jason Peters checked out last season. Now I'm convinced he checked out on even watching his own team play. If you don't think that Carson Wentz, nothing went wrong on him being a great player, he was the worst quarterback, 500 snaps in the NFL last year. Period. Something did go wrong. Very, very wrong. And we were too tough on him? Seriously? How many star athletes have been through this town? How many star athletes didn't wilt? In fact, as somebody who's lived inside and outside of this town, I think this reputation is way overrated. In fact, I believe this town is easier and kinder than the one I left years ago. And it's, to me, is ridiculous to make it like, well, nothing went wrong with Carson Wentz being a great player. It's just that he was playing in Philadelphia. Wow. Seriously? That's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. Jason Peters' assessment of the fan base is strange to me. And I'm wondering, does this fan assessment hold in 2021 in Philadelphia? Is Jason Peters wrong? Or is it an outdated concept that it's just too hard? We were too hard.
He's wrong.
We were too hard on it. And that's where we'll begin with Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan, and the coach, Eric Camille. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Jamie, you perked up. I mean, nothing went wrong. I mean, he's saying it's us. He literally told Good Morning Football, well, it's because he played in Philadelphia.
Yeah, he's wrong. I look at Markelle Fultz and Carson Wentz as the two guys most recently that, and Markelle Fultz wasn't a star, but he was taken number 1 overall, so he was supposed to be. He was supposed to be in that star category. Carson actually proved it on the field.
He did, and Carson was a star.
But those are the two guys that were in that star aura and recently have been moved on from. Both were overloved.
Oh, my gosh.
I was talking about this with a buddy yesterday about Fultz.
Beloved.
Like, that guy put us through the ringer as fans doing whatever the hell he was doing, and he was overloved. Like, that stadium cheered him, pulled for him.
Oh, my gosh.
People gave him every chance in the world. Carson Wentz, up until this year, was beloved in this town. There's 11 jerseys everywhere, as we know.
We collected a bunch of them.
And even as bad as this season went, I didn't think it was that outrageous.
The fan criticism? What?
That's really weak. You're right. The fan base has changed. We give people more chances here. But to say the fans had any effect on Carson and like a Fultz's departure, that's crap.
The fans were unfair this year?
His general idea here is okay. Yeah,
we care too much.
This is a tough town. No question about it.
This town does care about every little thing.
Exactly, and that's why we have jobs, and that's why, where we are, what we are as far as the sporting. So his general analysis, I have no problem with. It's tough here. His specific of Carson Wentz is off base.
Jason,
it's off base. It's not. Carson Wentz didn't all of a sudden fall apart because of the fan base.
Shouldn't Jason Peters know us better?
Yes, I'm kind of shocked it's from him.
Jason Peters should know this town better. And by the way, if I'm not mistaken, Jason Peters, for the most part, except when he extortioned his entire franchise, the franchise he's played his whole career for, and held them in an extortion to screw their salary cap even more last year, I think he's beloved. Jason Peters in my household will always be beloved. He will always be an icon guy for this franchise.
Yeah, but the more he talks, the more I turn on him. The last couple of years has done damage to me and Jason Peters' relationship, and I know he's hurt by that. But
has he reached out to you at all?
But he hasn't yet. I think he's trying to find the right word.
Because I don't want you.
It seems like
I don't want you and him to have a Mopar and
no, and I don't want that either. But I think he's so out of touch if he truly believes what he's saying.
He's serious.
And both, by the way, what he said about Wentz and what he said about he still has gas in the tank. You don't. So he's just totally off base.
I mean, seriously,
on everything.
it's like it wasn't that anything. Nothing changed about him being a great quarterback. It's just that he plays in Philadelphia.
A lot changed from him being a great quarterback.
That is the biggest load of crap that Jason Peters could ever put out there. And by the way, when you've got Jason Peters putting that garbage out there on national television.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's bullcrap.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's from him.
That's really disappointing.
He lived here for what, 12 years?
Seriously.
But he should know us.
All right, John, real quick. Just looking at me, name me one person that follows us on YouTube.
Mopar.
Why did you bring his name up?
Because he follows us.
That's the most recent name that we've been talking about, right?
Oh, yes.
So Jason Peters, the most recent that he remembers about Philadelphia fans, maybe about listening to this show, is exactly what you just said and what I said before. He held this damn team hostage this year. It hasn't been favorable to Jason Peters in the media, in the fan base.
Okay.
So your most recent memory, he should go back and remember when there was people just saying he is the bodyguard, he is the best, all of that. But all he remembers is most recent.
I never thought of that.
That's where you are in life, right?
That criticism,
that's a great point. I didn't think of that either.
That the criticism of him, and which, by the way, it was extortion, Jason. It was extortion. What you did to your franchise, that you are a Hall of Famer with, that you are a Hall of Famer of the franchise, you are a Hall of Famer in the NFL. You are spectacular. You are awesome. But what you did this past year was extortion.
Correct.
And yes, you got up. You got that. You got over on the team, and that's great. But you did it. And you did it to the detriment of the team and did the detriment of the fan base.
Yeah.
Flat out. Sorry if that. You can say all the great things, and then you can say and then you can say but then you can say the critique, and every one of them can be factually correct.
Mm-hmm.
But rabbit ears will hear the critique.
Yeah, absolutely.
And say, they don't say anything nice about me. Like you were talking about Carson Wentz. Carson was a star.
He was beloved. I don't get this whole fan base.
This talking point.
Crap.
This talking point is garbage.
Yes.
It's absolute garbage.
Yeah, it really is.
Guess what? Would a guy who did his exit, would he have gotten the effort that even this radio program did to try to say thank you on the way out the door? Raise money for his charity.
Mm-hmm.
Get his No, you're not doing that for some. What's the word you like to use? Jamoke. Different one, though. I just like Jason Peters, dude. My gosh, that's bad.
Yeah, I thought he knew us better than that.
Hey, engine freezing means you're going to miss work. Peak antifreeze has 10 times the temperature regulating power to get you to work on time. Pat, this must be what you need. You need peak antifreeze to get to work on time. Top off your engine with Peak antifreeze today. Peak, try and top it. It's available everywhere. You could be here on time if you use Peak.
He made up for it today. He was here at 3 a.m.
That doesn't do it. You don't get to come 2 hours early because you want to watch a TV show.
Oh.
And then you get to say, well,
I got to get in.
I had your back, Pat.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
You're my Mopar.
No, you don't.
But I've heard the payoff after 4 episodes is great. Once you realize what they're doing.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard. The salad sucked. The shrimp cocktail was disgusting. The soup was terrible. But wait a minute. You've had terrible. But you know what? Wait around. I'm telling you, the entree is going to be great.
But do you
kiss my ass?
Do you get what the show does in terms of modeling after TV history?
That's why I watched. That's why someone got me to watch it.
I think that's pretty cool.
Guess what? It is creative. It is creative. It's a creative thing. It's a very creative thing. All I will tell you is any show that you tell me I've got, get to episode 5. It's going to get really good. It's like Tom Verica's show that he directed, the one that all the women are watching. Bridgerton. That everyone's saying to you, if you're a guy, watch the show, because around episode 6 you get the porn episodes.
That's different though, because most shows,
waiting for
most shows that you watch nowadays are how long?
50 minutes.
Exactly. So WandaVision is a half hour.
Correct.
So you got to figure 4 episodes is 2 episodes of a regular show that you'd watch. It's not 4 episodes.
Well, that is interesting. I mean,
looking at that, would you give a show 2 episodes and say, I'm out now? I have before.
I didn't think of it that way. But I kept hearing, it's the next show. It's the next show.
Twitter loves it.
Then everybody says, I'm just diving in. I'm diving into Ted Lasso this weekend.
That's great.
I'm going in. Can't wait. So excited.
Ted Lasso is good.
Why do you hate fun?
I don't hate the
WandaVision
fun.
is the show. Have we even named it?
I hate the announcement that you got to go, hey, I'm about to dive into Ted Lasso. Here I go. Here's my tweet.
You should watch Ted Lasso. It's good.
It's really good.
I can't wait to watch it.
You're going to love it.
I can't wait to watch it. But
good.
I don't want to skip around on shows.
Yeah, I hear you. I need to start
But
one,
I don't
finish
binge,
one.
though. But I don't binge. I don't watch. I can't watch.
Well, if the show's good.
No, I can watch. No, I can't.
I'm usually at 2 to 3 is my max.
2 is my max.
Yeah, I never thought I'd be a binge guy either.
What did you binge?
They're all both seasons, all 3 seasons, I guess, of Ozark. I binge. Are they on there going on third?
They're 4th supposed to come out this
I
year.
will not, and I'm not going to get lured into it. I'm not going to get lured into any of the Ozark people.
Man, I may have done all 8 or whatever episodes.
I may suggest there are cast members who follow me. You know, so you can just, I would just say it's that doesn't count.
Coward.
That doesn't count.
You're a coward.
That doesn't count.
You won't name them.
People can go look. Ozark's fantastic.
Yeah.
Ozark's fantastic.
It's the brother
but
of the blonde.
But I can't watch.
Ben.
But I can't, I can't just skip around with.
Yeah,
I can't have 6 shows going at once.
Either can I.
Can't do it.
There's a couple I want to start, and I have to get in order with my wife and see what we're going to prioritize. Did you ever watch Atlanta?
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Albuquerque?
I've never watched Albuquerque.
Abilene. It's on FX.
Okay, tell me about it.
It's Donald Glover. It's
Daniel
really
Glover? Donald Glover.
Donald Glover.
Oh, okay.
Really good.
Okay, tell me about this show, Auburn. I don't want to trigger anybody in case they're listening.
It's about 3 young black guys from Atlanta. Donald Glover's kind of been down on his luck, and it's just every episode's kind of it has one of the single best episodes of television I've ever seen.
Okay, I may give it a try.
It's very good.
Anaheim.
Yes.
So Anaheim.
Yes,
what is that on?
FX.
It's on FX.
Very good show.
FX has some good stuff.
FX does great
some
stuff.
good stuff.
Yeah.
They really do. So I mean, this is good.
But WandaVision, I got to dive into.
You really do.
Twitter keeps talking about it. I got to know.
Again, though, it's the tweet of I'm about to dive in. Here I go. I'm ready to watch the first episode of a show that everybody's been tweeting about for 2 months, but now I'm going in. Let me alert everybody. Dude, just watch the show. If you like the show, watch the show.
I'm going to leave this show and dive into another one.
You're going to watch it? What are you going to watch?
I probably
without giving anything away, because you can be a nudge.
Altoona.
You're going to watch Altoona?
I'll watch Altoona. So
watch Altoona.
I've heard Snowfall is one that's high on my list.
Okay, one of my very good friends says the Snowpiercer.
Yes, was that you and Egan talking about this the other
I
day?
never watched it.
Or Anthony was talking about it yesterday.
No, I said it was one of my very good friends. Does Egan watch it too?
Yeah, I love it. So it's based on the 2013 movie by Bong Joon-ho.
Okay, I heard it.
Parasite.
I heard it's very good.
The movie's very good. It's based on a graphic novel. The show, I was hesitant because it's on TNT.
Okay,
but it's so good. It's got Daveed Diggs from Hamilton and a couple other things. It's got Jennifer Connelly, who looks.
I love Jennifer Connelly.
Okay, that sounds good. Just on cast members, that sounds.
I've heard a lot of people have told me Yellowstone is very good.
I've watched a couple episodes.
Which one's the Yellowstone?
That's Kevin Costner. It looks pretty good to me. There's something there, so I want to start. I do want to start.
I can't stand Kevin Costner as an actor.
Now all of a sudden his voice has changed too. He became this grovelly Western.
He's a rancher now.
I don't. Kevin Costner's one that would be on my
I thought of Kevin Costner last night.
Mike Missinelli doing on his show. He's got an issue with Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
that he thinks Tom Hanks is sort of a one-trick pony.
Yeah, well, he's totally wrong.
I'm a Tom Hanks fan, but I do sort of agree that he excels in playing goofy. But I think he's excellent. I think he's an excellent actor. Kevin Costner, to me, the ultimate one-trick pony.
I thought of him last night because Tin Cup, I think, is oddly one of the more underrated sports movies. It crossed my mind.
Cheech is an awesome actor.
You big Cheech and Chong guy?
I think I bumped into him on my walks on Mary Jane Lane. I think it's the. By the way, I'm doing demographic study now as I walk.
Oh.
So as I go by on Bong Boulevard, I'm now doing the demographic study. In my head, I'm saying, okay, who walks in each day, who walks out, and a lot of the ladies.
What's up, ladies?
A lot of the ladies are have their cards, I guess. You got to have a card, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
You have a card.
Mm-hmm.
So a doctor has to give you the card.
Yes.
But a lot of the ladies going in and out. Right now, I would say the target demo this week on Weedway is 35 to 55 females.
Huh. Okay.
Constant.
You're keeping a little study,
like
huh?
Constant. Just like I see who's going in and out. Going in and out.
Good for them.
And the gentleman who has the gun, that is, I guess, the
security there. Yeah.
Dude, I would have rather have had him other than Jason Peters all year long at left tackle. I can tell you this. He would have better protected. Maybe Carson Wentz would still be here if that guy had played, because he looks like a beast. Absolute beast. All right, we got a lot coming up, including Jamie Lynch asking us to rank him. Not him. We'll give him a good ranking. And then Bob Cooney says that there should be a tweak. We'll get to it all. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's a fun Friday with us here on the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Okay, I know what's going to happen this weekend. You're going to get out and about. You're going to be doing stuff around the house. You're going to be the weekend warrior playing some hoops at the gym. And your joints are going to be bothering you. You're going to get back to work on Monday. You're going to be feeling like garbage because you've had this nagging problem going on and you haven't dealt with it. My friends at Rothman Orthopedics have an approach that's going to get you back to moving freely, living fully, no matter what it is you want to do. Do you want to get back to playing casual sports, or do you just want to be able to sit at your desk each day and not be in pain? You know, for more than 50 years, Rothman Orthopedics has combined evidence-based medicine and the latest minimally invasive techniques. They redefine what's possible in orthopedics. It's how they've become not just the leading practice in the Delaware Valley, but internationally recognized. Now, I know you're going to do it this weekend. You're going to overdo it. Rothman Orthopedics, they're committed to giving you the best care possible. You even get same-day appointments. Learn more at RothmanOrtho.com. RothmanOrtho.com. Got to remind you, this weekend's going to be a pain in the back.
The John Kincade Show.
You can't just tag no offense on the end of something horribly offensive and act like it's okay.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Want a breakdown of all the latest lines, spreads, and props for each week in the NFL season? Check out Draft Lines with Jamie Lynch and Devon Gibbons every Friday night at 6. Presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code FANATIC for a special offer when you sign up. Draft Lines, Fridays at 6 on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hey, it's Anthony Gargano. Did you ever hear a commercial on the radio and wonder, what would it be like if it were my business? What would that sound like on the air? Well, look, 97.5 The Fanatic is offering area business owners the chance to experience how their company would be portrayed in a radio commercial. Produced for you by our experienced creative team. This is amazing, and you're going to love it. All you have to do is go to 975thefanatic.com, click on the free radio commercial banner, and tell us about your company. We'll take the info, we'll tell your story. Let 97.5 The Fanatic demonstrate the fun, flexibility, and the power of radio advertising. Get started right now at 975thefanatic.com.
There is a place outside of Philadelphia where the aroma of freshly baked bread brings you back to more traditional times. The era when families join together to enjoy an authentic old world taste with traditional recipes and fresh ingredients. That time and place still exists at Corpali's Italian Bakery and Deli. Since 1924, now 4 generations and 4 locations. The Corpali's family has been bringing you back to a more nostalgic time by sharing their favorite recipes and consistently adding new flavors for new traditions. While Corpali's Italian Bakery and Deli is well known for their famous tomato pie, voted best in Philadelphia, nothing compares to their fresh baked bread and strombolis, handmade pastries, cookies, pies, and a wide range of custom cakes. For a list of locations and all your party needs, explore more at CorpalesBakery.com.
Hey, it's your home, and I need to ask you a few favors. In the kitchen, there's a spider stuck between the window and the screen, and I know it's dead, and technically it's outside, but it's still freaking me out. Can you flick it out or something? Also, just to save some money, and it's super easy, could you bundle your home and car insurance with Geico? Last thing, could you take the holiday decorations down? Yeah, I'm one of those.
Geico. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com today.
With no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, banking with Capital One is like the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Kind of like Taylor Swift choosing what to wear.
It's looking kind of chilly out today. I think I'll go with a cardigan.
Yep, even easier than that. And with our top-rated app, you can bank anytime, anywhere, making Capital One an even easier decision. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
New consumer accounts only. Approval required. Terms apply. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Cleanliness and safety are essential to the success of any business. That's why Cintas has introduced our Total Clean program, a one-of-a-kind service that includes scheduled deliveries of essential cleaning supplies, hygienically cleaned uniforms, and on-site sanitizer and disinfectant services to help eliminate germs. Learn what the Cintas Total Clean program can do for you.
Oh, I'm ready!
Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Good morning, privates! Good morning, Drill Sergeant! I mean, seriously, what a pleasant morning. The sun is shining and the birds are chirping. You seem to be in a good mood today. Astute observation.
He's probably happy because he found out Honey Nut Cheerios can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet.
They're even shaped like hearts. So, in lieu of the obstacle course today, I propose a nice meditative nature walk. Does that sound delightful to everyone? Yes, Drill Sergeant!
Happy Heart Shapes are back for a limited time. Learn more about Honey Nut Cheerios by picking up a box at your local store.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Dell's semi-annual sale is the perfect opportunity for a significant business upgrade. Save up to 45% on Dell computers built for business and powered by Intel Core processors. Plus, enjoy special pricing on Dell docks, monitors, servers, and more, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor today to find the right tech for your business with fast, free shipping. Call 877-ASK-DELL. Again, that's 877-ASK-DELL.
AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Sure thing. We can help you replace those wipers. If yours are squeaking or streaking, it's probably time. We've got a wide selection of wipers that can stand up to any weather, including the right ones for your make and model. We've even got more ways to get them fast, like our next-day delivery or free same-day store pickup. Getting the job done just got easier. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. All right, let me tell you about my friends at Parks Casino. Not only am I going to go and play a little blackjack this weekend, I've got the Parks Casino Sportsbook app in the palm of my hand. March is off to a rousing start. I love being able to wager all the different ways on NHL hockey. I love being able to say, I'm going to win the game in regulation. I love the over-under bets. This is fun. The Sportsbook app from Parks Casino is so easy to use. They give you a risk-free bet up to $500 that can be refunded in site credit. And more importantly, I know the Parks Casino backs it. They're local. So I'm shopping local. I'm doing business with a local partner. And I love the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. And I have found it to be very profitable. You can too. Here, I want you to bet with Pennsylvania's home team sports betting app. Get on in. This weekend's going to be a potpourri. You got to be 21 or older in Pennsylvania. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yep, this is really happening. You're listening to us knuckleheads instead of doing something that you could be productive in.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. You guys have derailed YouTube with your discussion of...
you guys.
You did. I mean, it's totally derailed. I mean, the way this thing works. Oh, man. It is just a lot of people just tell me the things you need to watch on television.
Oh.
Watch it on television.
Now, you weren't here for this, but did you watch Tiger King?
We watched one episode and I said stupid
it's past.
and dumb.
Yeah, don't do it.
I was like stupid and dumb.
Yeah, no.
We watched one episode.
We were all in a weird place at the start of the pandemic, and that's right when that came out.
Shaq was in it.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
he did visit.
episode.
That's right. I forgot about that.
So there it is, and I couldn't stick.
Yeah, we all watched it, and then we all looked at each other after we watched it and said, "We are idiots."
Why did we do that?
Yeah.
All right, I got to get to something here. Is Bob? We need a vote.
All right.
On this, do you like pom poms on hats? I'm surprised you are pom pom. You're wearing your Sixers hat, and the Sixers are that looks sharp, by the way, really sharp.
Nice hat.
And with the boathouse row going across, I mean, it's really sharp.
Yes.
Are you the last person on our entire show that I think would be wearing the ski cap with the pom-pom on it is you. I would think you'd be the guy. Now, this is just my own rankings. Egan, most likely to have a pom-pom. Me, second most. Jamie, third most. You last.
I agree. I totally agree with that.
Yet you are the one who has the pom-pom on the hat. By the way, Tom Brady, will never cut the pom-pom off a hat. He throws the hats away that have pom-poms.
Really?
If the pom-pom gets shredded, he throws it away.
All right, so I never would wear a hat with a pom-pom before. Like when I was a kid, yeah, and we used to pull the strings out and stuff.
We did it, right.
Yeah. But now I don't care what I just don't care.
You just like you don't care about it.
and because
I respect that part of it.
Yeah, I just don't care.
That to me, I respect the part of it. But you'd be the last person on the show that I think would keep the pom-pom. Egan, I predicted you to be the one who would.
I'm not a pom-pom guy.
Do you cut them off?
I don't cut them off. I just wear them infrequently.
If a hat has a pom-pom.
Like, I'm not going to sit there and not wear it, but if I have a pom-pom versus a non-pom-pom situation, I'm going non-pom-pom.
I wouldn't buy a pom-pom.
No, I wouldn't buy a pom-pom either.
Bob Cooney with the pom-pom looks far less offensive than me with the pom-pom.
Oh, thank you.
There's something about no. It's like
is it a compliment?
Because Bob looks like he'll come over and beat your ass if you make fun of him for having a pom pom on his head.
No,
me, I'd look like the pom pom's on my head. Just a little less.
Yeah, I couldn't get like So I've packed. Full disclosure here, okay, John? Full disclosure. I have bought a house. Okay.
Wow. Breaking news. All right, Carson Wentz's house.
Does contract work out there?
They accepted your offer already?
Yeah.
You lowballed them, too.
So
Jason Peters tried holding you up for $300,000 extra.
Right, exactly. So we started packing stuff away, and one of the things that I packed away, or that I have kept packed away, are my hats. Now, I have over 100 baseball hats. I just do. Our friend
Congrats on all your success.
Our friend Mike Kern, every time he went to a major, which was all four for many, many years, always came back with hats for us.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's quality.
Of course, he charged us.
Cheap.
But
he charged you?
Yes, he charged us.
Well, if you're buying it for a lot, I understand.
No, I am teasing.
Wait a minute, that's bad.
No, he charged $20 for a hat. It's fine. He gave us the discount. So, but a lot of my hats are packed away, and I like to have the hats that match the outfit. So today I didn't have a hat to match the outfit, so I saw my Sixers hat there, so I grabbed this one.
Okay.
So that's
wait a minute. Now, Egan, you popped up there.
Whoa, easy.
You popped up in that conversation. You don't if you go to an event or something like that and you bring someone back a souvenir, you charge them for it?
In that situation, if they're asking me to go get it, now that's the big question. Were you asking Mike to get you a hat, or was he just getting it and then charging you?
That's a good question.
I think Bob's listening to another radio station.
No, I'm not. I was thinking. Say that again.
Bob was in Cosmo.
In Cooney's corner, he's not listening.
You're not listening.
Did you ask him to get you the hats, or did he bring it over?
It was a given that he was always going to do that.
Well, then you should have sent him with them.
I have no problem. Well, I have no problem. He would come back with, say, like 8 to 10 hats, and then we'd all pick one and give him $20.
That's fine. I'm fine
now, if he paid for them or not is a different. So, do you guys? So you've never traveled in Mike Kern's circle? He doesn't pay really for anything ever.
That's because he's using his illegal hat business.
Yeah,
to fund this whole little.
He's probably listening.
Is he down by the stadium selling hats, T-shirts for $5 and pretzels for $1?
Like, this is a guy you say, man, I broke my 5 wood, and he goes, let me go down the basement. I might have 4 or 5 down there.
I bought a Pennsylvania. coming out of the first game after the Super Bowl win, the game against the Albuquerque Falcons. I walked out of the building and I bought one of those Pennsylvania shirts, and like from the street vendors. I said, "This thing looks cool." And every time Christina cleans up the sink or something with it, I think because you can wear it once.
Mm-hmm.
You can wear it
Yeah.
once. What is it about them? What is it about a cheap T-shirt?
That attracts you to them,
No, but
or
what is
that
it
makes
about the
them cheap?
What makes it fall apart? Like, why do they become? They shrink down like. I should have saved it for you.
Who'd you buy it from?
The street vendor.
Ah, there you go. There's your
Well,
answer.
there it is. There's the answer. All right. In the linchpin, Jamie says rank them.
This is the linchpin.
Mickey Moniak yesterday
Mickey Moniak.
Isn't he just like the perfect guy you'd love to hear Harry carols? Because the Mickey Morandini is one of the all-time.
Mickey Morandini.
Mickey Moniak out of Harry's voice would just be...
Oh, my gosh.
It would be incredible.
With all the things they can do today.
It would be cool.
Harry Callis doing games today would just be amazing.
I miss him so much.
I do too.
But they do have a great squad in place. Regardless, Mickey Moniak got me thinking. Joe Girardi was raving about them. And he said he's been really impressive so far in spring. He's bulked up, and yesterday he hit 2 dingers. I know Pat Egan, it moved for him.
It was exciting.
Bulked up. You love the bulked up, John.
There it is. He bulked up. He's in the best shape of his life.
Yeah.
Story.
So...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Do you want to talk about his physique more?
No, I don't want to talk any more about it. Mickey.
So it had me thinking. I grouped 5 Phillies. They're all kind of from the farm system. Most are actually picked by the Phillies. Zach Eflin was picked by, I believe, the Padres and traded over.
Teen
whatever.
Beach movie. Fantastic.
So I want to put these guys in confidence order.
Okay.
Some of these you have to project. Some have been at the major league level already. I have 5 players. We have Zach Eflin, Scott Kingery, Mickey Moniak, Spencer Howard, and Rhys Hoskins. These are your...
Confidence in?
Alec Boehm is separate because I think he's above these guys.
Who was your last one after Howard?
Rhys Hoskins, who just returned yesterday from his...
Most confidence in?
Yes.
Spencer.
Yeah.
1. Hoskins 2.
Okay. Now you have Moniak, Kingery, Eflin left. Now, obviously, Moniak's a tough one.
Eflin 3.
Because he hasn't been at the majors yet.
Kingery 4.
And Moniak 5th?
Yeah, because I don't know anything about it.
Yeah. Bobby?
So we're talking
Confidence
helping.
I mean, you got to
confidence in
project
helping this team.
Yes, confidence in becoming, maybe not even this year, just as their career.
I got you. I feel bad, but I've kind of lost it with Rhys Hoskins. I'm afraid he's lost it. So I'm gonna, John, you're gonna hate me. I'm gonna go Eflin 1.
Whoa.
Howard 2.
Spicy.
Hoskins 3. Kingery and Moniak 4 apiece. Like whatever. Yeah.
Kingery, there's a really good chance that Zach Eflin's going to be carpooling with Carter Hart to the show at this point. Where are we going? Pat?
All right, Pat, let's go Patty minor leagues. What do you got
put
here?
on your SPF 100 because you're about to get burned with these hot takes, boys.
Woo!
Rhys Hoskins 1.
Yep.
Zach Eflin 2. Scott Kingery 3.
Whoa.
Mickey Moniak 4. Spencer Howard
John's
5.
1 is your 5?
Spencer Howard 5.
And the
Who's
reason
your one, Howard?
the reason why is because pitching prospects blow their arms out all the time, and I don't have a lot of faith in that.
The reason I said Spencer Howard 1 is because a Major League Baseball general manager told me that he is one of the most frequent names ever called for when anyone wants to talk to the Phillies. Every team wants to poach Spencer Howard. So that tells me they hit on him, that he's a go-in because other teams would love to get their hands on him. There you go.
That speaks volumes.
Other teams call when they call
because that's what I care about more than
when they call the organization.
Baseball America.
Phillies are interested in somebody. Okay, we'll take Spencer Howard.
Yeah, sure.
Is always towards the top of the shopping list.
It's a great sign, and I've seen top pitching prospects flame out so frequently that it's not that I don't think he'll be good. I do. I just have that position to me is the biggest question mark.
Do you know what Mickey Moniak's real first name is?
Michael.
Nope.
It's something obscure. I've seen it before.
Then why do they call him Mickey?
Mopar.
Mopar
Moniac.
Mackenzie.
There's
Mackenzie,
that's
huh?
a great name.
That is a good name.
It's a girl name.
I dated a Mackenzie in high school.
It's a girl name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of is,
Are you
right?
sure? It was a girl.
I confirmed because it was one of the.
I just want to make sure.
All right.
All right, Cinch Propane Home Delivery brings propane right to your doorstep. Just visit cinch.com, pick a delivery date that's convenient for you, and they will handle the rest. That's Cinch.
Over-the-shoulder boulder holder.
There you go. All right, let me ask you a question here. Jeez. Let me ask you a question here. Bob's hat has now become question. Bob is, let me see, it says here's Michael says on YouTube, he says Cooney is wearing his hat like he's Muammar Gaddafi.
Am I?
Yeah.
Well, it's hard with the headphones.
He's wearing because of the headphones.
Yeah.
Another one is, what was one of the other ones with the way you're wearing your hat? Is that the hat testicle?
Oh, that's not bad.
People are.
That's
asking
pretty good.
about
I like that.
People are asking. Well,
all right.
What's
is proper? So
you're not wearing it properly.
All right. So
you were wearing it up over your ear.
Because of the headphones, you got to be able to hear.
Yes, but not really. This show so far.
Is this?
You can be,
is that proper? Like now, I have it pulled all the way down over ears. Is this the way you're supposed to wear it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's supposed to be over your ears.
I can't do
but
that.
You
with
can with the headphones. But unless you're, that's why Bob checked out of that one segment.
Kind of looks like a condom.
No, I felt
Look now that's not the way you're supposed to wear it.
I know, but I can't hear.
Now you look like Beetle Bailey or something. I don't know.
I would just ditch it at this point.
It really at this point. Draft lines.
I'm going back to old reliable.
By the way, draft lines tonight with Jamie and Devon.
Can't wait
at 6. And by the way, did you bring Devon? Did you bring Devon something to eat last week?
I did not. I still owe him something.
Oh my God.
I know.
Dude, what do you mean you owe him something? You have hours
He left me that little cookie and brownie.
You have hours to kill. I'm looking out for Devon.
I know.
Because Devon's the
right.
coolest guy at the station I haven't gotten to hang out with yet.
Well, you have to have lunch with him one day.
I'm going to have to hang out with him.
You could have stopped your sentence halfway. He's the coolest guy at the station.
But I haven't been able to have lunch with him yet.
Yeah.
And my wife thinks I have a haircut.
You have a what?
She thought I got my hair cut.
You did like 2 weeks ago.
I got a cut a month ago.
Oh, was it a month ago?
Yeah, but she says, nice haircut and another good-looking color shirt.
Are you sure she's not talking to me?
No. She's just saying, my God, April 1st can't get here fast enough. I mean, but
why did we both just back our chairs up from you?
My nephew, Billy, sends me a note earlier, by the way, when we were talking about the man cave stuff and we were talking about guys making stuff. So my nephew, Billy, sends me a note and he says, my buddy custom made his shuffleboard table with the Eagles logo in the center.
That's cool.
I said, dude, I'm hiring him. So I don't know. First of all, if you're hanging out with my nephew, the whole other issue you got, I'm going to hire this guy. Could I get both? Could I get every Philly sports logo on the table? Could this guy do that? I mean, if he's able to get if he made the Eagles logo in the middle of it, he could absolutely put the other team's logos on it. Obviously, would be able to find a way to do that.
Yeah, I'd put.
All right, I'm hiring you. I'm hiring Billy's friend. I'm not hiring Billy. I'm hiring Billy's friend to do it.
What do you say, Billy's friend?
Billy, just keep the lights on at Pico. Billy's a muckety-muck at Pico. Just keep the lights on, Billy. All right, so I don't need that home house generator. We were over to Cooney's Corner, and Bob is coming away to my way of thinking.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
I think I've been there. I know what you're saying.
You sort of were there, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want an overhaul. I don't want to give away too much. I like Matisse Thybulle. I like the young group that they have. So giving away too much at the trade deadline for the Sixers, I've never been on board with. So that's why I wrote it this way. They need to tweak. They need a tweak. There's no question. I'm watching the end of the game the other night. Your last 5 were your starting 4 and Shake Milton in for Danny Green.
Right.
I don't like Shake Milton as a starter, but my point being, you're going to have to tweak this roster a little bit. But the way you tweak it, as I'm thinking about it, you don't tweak it so much you do tweak it for your team, obviously, but you have to do the tweak with a direct eye, one eye on your roster, and the other eye on how is this move going to help you against Brooklyn. Because in looking at it and seeing the way Milwaukee's playing, I read up about them last night. Boston's a bleep show. They're starting to come around a little bit, but I still don't think they're talented enough. I honestly think Brooklyn or bust. That is the team. And I think, honestly, that is the only team that is going to stand in your way of coming out of the Eastern Conference.
I completely agree. I feel like an idiot saying that Milwaukee doesn't.
That you completely agree with Bob?
No, that Milwaukee doesn't concern me.
You're dumb.
Yes, I'm aware.
I'm going to tell you you're dumb.
They do concern me.
Because they have a player who can turn a series on its ear.
And he's also a player you can remove with a Ben Simmons and a Joel Embiid.
I would think you can, too.
Remove to a degree. I don't say that like you're going to hold them to 8 points. They don't. I think Bob's right. I think it's Brooklyn or bust. I really think that.
As far as if you're going to make a move.
Yeah, like that's the... You should have tunnel focus on Brooklyn right now.
Okay, so Bob puts this thought out there, Pat, and I was thinking about this. Does Kyle Lowry give you a better chance to beat Brooklyn? Or does Kyle Lowry just help guarantee you get to the conference finals?
I think he guarantees you get to the conference finals. I don't think in any way, shape, or form Kyle Lowry hurts you. And I think one of the big reasons why is because he will attract some vets during the veteran buyout market to supplement maybe some of the depth that you're going to lose if you have to give up assets.
Okay. And the one thing I don't want, Bob, is the move that says, we got to beat Brooklyn, got to beat Brooklyn, got to beat Brooklyn. That ends up hampering the way my roster's constructed for next September.
No, I hear you.
Because I believe the Sixers have a long-term window of viability if they play their cards right.
Sure. I've shifted in that I'd rather get rid of Maxey than Thibault.
I don't ever want to get rid of Thibault.
And at the beginning of the year, I never thought I would have said that.
I don't ever want to get rid of Thibault.
So there's a phrase that general managers and coaches throughout the league say, what is that guy's NBA talent? What can he do that translates into this league? And there's a lot of guys that you can't pick a specific thing. Guy like fringe guys. Maxey right now it still has to be determined. Matisse Thybulle has a chance to be an elite defensive player. You can hang your hat on that and have a 10, 15-year career.
I do not want to get rid of him.
So he has that label. He has a specific NBA talent. I don't want to get rid of Matisse Thybulle a little bit. Maxey is that.
Maxey, I'm okay with losing.
Yeah, that's an incomplete.
I don't want to lose him.
I don't want to lose him.
It had to happen.
But if you got me Kyle Lowry for Maxey, I'm in.
Thibault, to me, though.
Well, obviously, Danny Green's
Thibault is a guy that I've seen the San Antonio Spurs organization, other organizations like that, bring him in, keep a guy around, season him, and then 3-4 years later, you're like, wow.
He reminds me. He doesn't have the offensive game yet, but he reminds me of an Andre Iguodala.
Yes.
Where if he can be that defensive energy, just run the court guy, he can be incredibly clutch for the right team.
I look at Matisse and say he's got the biggest thing that you need in a young player. You can play defense. And because if anything, you'll have a career for the rest of your you'll have a long career.
If we're stacking them, if you have to make a bold move and Thibault or Maxey has to go, I'm not even taking the call on Thibault. The call is not even being.
So the word around the league,
I'm not taking it.
Is that he's worthy of a lottery pick
because of his skill set.
That's incredible.
That's what Pat said. You can be an NBA player forever.
I don't think they've even scratched the surface of his offensive ability yet either. Because
I'd hang up.
He's very athletic. If you watch him finish, he could be a good offensive player when you get him more out on the run. And John, you had an interesting line that hit me a little bit. Kyle Lowry, does he guarantee you going to the finals?
See, I think he guarantees you that you win a second round series.
I think so.
I don't think there's a player available out there that guarantees you beat Brooklyn.
Amen.
Exactly.
Right? Amen. That's why I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
That's why, because you know what? Right now,
but you got to get. You got to get there.
I swear to you, I would take my chances, as currently constituted, that the Sixers with health and I'm not assuming that Brooklyn in July is in late June is going to be healthy.
They haven't played together yet.
They haven't played together.
Durant's pretty beat up here.
I'm not assuming that they're all going to be healthy, clicking on all cylinders in late June. So to me, I'm willing to take my chances this year. I would not take a call for Thibault.
No, I like him.
But the thought of Lowry replacing Danny Green,
it does. It is exciting. But it guarantees you can get to the next level.
Yeah.
And that's what it seems like. Thanks for being a part of the show today. We really appreciate everybody being on board. A lot of folks on YouTube's been blowing up.
Awesome.
It's been blowing up, which is great. A lot of people on YouTube every single day. We do check it out. Thanks to Mike. Mike's doing a great job. He is the director extraordinaire, and then he comes in the morning and actually gets the comments up so I can see the comments that everybody is checking out. Mr. Wing says, Mike Kern says Tiger Woods.
Tiger. He says Tiger.
Why?
It's Mike Kern.
Tiger.
Mike Kern, that's it exactly. Mike Kern is he is a caricature more than he is a human being. And I love him to death.
He's talented.
And he knows it.
He's talented.
Not that he knows he's talented. He knows that I love him to death and that he's a caricature.
But he's a caricature.
Oh, yeah.
Would he be, if they were doing a sitcom of
But he's a genuine character.
But if they did
my God.
Yes,
the day is long.
Yes.
He's himself.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah.
I love people like
texts. He'll just text me once every couple. When you need me on, you just call me. I'll come on. We just got to talk about. You want to talk about John Chaney or Tiger, the accident. And I can come on Monday, maybe Tuesday. I don't know. I don't care. Wednesday's fine. It's all good. I might be golfing. I can golf for free wherever I want because I just keep calling him and asking him.
It's a great Colonel. The Colonel.
So you caught me earlier with the Tuesday?
Yeah, you dropped it Tuesday. Yeah.
I didn't even realize I did it.
Hey, reverting back to your Delco roots.
And people are saying to me here, is people I used to work with in Auburn, Alabama, saying to me, you don't say Tuesday like that. And I did. And
I think you slipped back into it.
They said, you don't say that.
See? You're hanging around Bond Boulevard too much.
They're like, there it is.
Yeah.
It's being home. It's good to be home. All right, coming up, the Sixers' worthiness. This will be a discussion that sort of spills over from what we've had earlier on in the show. Plus, are you a swordsman? And does a real swordsman brag about it? We'll get to it next. The 8 o'clock hour. Well, we're going to get a memo. It's the John Kincade Show. Here on 97.5 The Fanatic. If you are in the 55-plus crowd, have I got a deal for you? And if you're not in the 55-plus crowd, just become T-Mobile customers. Let's be honest. You need better phone coverage, and you also need the best network in town, and there is no question that T-Mobile's got it for you. But right now, T-Mobile has the Magenta 55-plus plan. And what does it get you? How about 2 lines, unlimited data, $70 a month? Flat. It's not $70 a month plus fees, plus add-ons. It's $70 a month, so you can budget. Plus, also, they're going to throw in Netflix for free. It's included. This is a great deal with auto pay, sales tax, and regulatory fees included in the rate plan price, keeping it steady. This is a good deal. You get 2 lines, 55 plus, 2 lines, unlimited, both lines, $70 a month, and they throw in Netflix. Plus, you get T-Mobile, which is a really good deal. Here's what I want you to do. Visit T-Mobile.com today, and you will find out more about it. Go stop in one of their stores, too, and tell them that John Kincade sent you.
The John Kincade Show.
God, I am so sick of this crap.
Is this the show?
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Imagine feeling the freedom of 20/20 vision without the hassle of foggy glasses and contacts. Well, thanks to the LASIK Vision Institute, that freedom could be yours. If you want LASIK, then the LASIK Vision Institute has officially taken away everything standing in your way. At the LASIK Vision Institute, we're now offering 20% off LASIK with our latest Wavelight laser when treated in March. Go to LASIK.com to see this offer and see if LASIK is right for you. Plus, LASIK has never been more convenient. The procedure typically only takes 15 minutes, and most patients can get back to work the next day. The LASIK Vision Institute offers the latest FDA-approved LASIK technology, and our expert medical teams have performed over 1.3 million procedures. Go to LASIK.com today to schedule your free consultation and start feeling the freedom of better vision. That's LASIK.com. Individual results vary. Must mention this promotion and be treated in March 2021 to qualify. 20% off standard price of Wavelight procedure. Go to LASIK.com for details.
When you're running a business, you don't have time to worry about slow internet or confusing cybersecurity. So get fast, reliable internet from Comcast Business on the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. You can add the advanced security of Comcast Business Security Edge to help eliminate threats. And enjoy the peace of mind that comes with knowing 24/7 support is just a phone call away. Get fast internet and advanced security made simple so you can bounce forward with Comcast Business. Get started with 100 megabits per second internet for just $69.99 a month for 24 months with a 3-year agreement. And ask how you can add Comcast Business Security Edge. And for a limited time, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card when you upgrade. Call 1-800-501-6000 today. Offer ends 3/28/21. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 100 megabits per second surface customers only. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, installation, taxes, and fees are extra and subject to change. Security Edge available when added to Comcast Business Internet for additional monthly charge. Call for details.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents and Doug.
Breathe out and repeat after me. Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Your bird is eating my candles.
Your bird is eating my candles.
No, seriously, he's making a mess.
No, seriously, he's...
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Get a customized quote at libertymutual.com.
Leave your sister alone.
You're ready to get back into yoga, so you order the essentials. A non-slip mat, yoga blocks to keep balance, and an exercise ball. And you use your Bank of America Cash Rewards credit card, choosing to earn 3% cash back on online shopping and up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member, which you put towards your most essential yoga gear. Noise-canceling headphones.
Welcome. Take a deep breath. Breathe.
Apply for yours at bankofamerica.com/more rewarding. Copyright 2020 Bank of America Corporation.
Dell's semi-annual sale is the perfect opportunity for a significant business upgrade. Save up to 45% on Dell computers built for business and powered by Intel Core processors. Plus, enjoy special pricing on Dell docks, monitors, servers, and more. All with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor today to find the right tech for your business with fast, free shipping. Call 877-ASK-DELL. Again, that's 877-ASK-DELL.
O'Reilly. Right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, get up to a $15 gift card after mail-in rebate when you purchase select Superstart batteries. With the power and capacity your vehicle demands, Superstart batteries are designed for lasting performance and consistent starts. Turn the key with confidence with Superstart batteries only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
In this corner, wearing 4 layers of flannel, it's I'm too cold. And in this corner, stripped down to nothing but his tidy whities, it's I'm too hot. Let's get ready to tumble over each other, trying to reset the thermostat.
If this sounds like your home, it's time for a new high-efficiency heating and cooling system from Trane. With a whole-house air filtration system so your family is breathing only the cleanest air. Visit Trane.com to find an independent Trane comfort specialist near you. It's hard to stop a Trane.
There are few things in life you can always count on. Sunsets, potholes, trash trucks in your way when you're running late. And of course, AAA's never-ending reliable roadside assistance. Because for over 100 years, we're always close, and we never close. From tows, jumps, or just smoothing out those bumps in the road, we provide 24/7 service so you can have 24/7 peace of mind. Join today and get 50% off at AAA.com/openroad. New members only. Other restrictions apply. See site for details.
The crawl space under your home is a breeding ground for moisture and mold. If water invades your crawl space, it could cause damage to your home's foundation and overall structure. If you struggle with moisture and water in your home's crawl space, you need to call the experts. DryTech Waterproofing Solutions is the leader in waterproofing. They offer free consultations and foundation assessments. Mention Missinelli, get 15% off. Fanatic listeners, get 15% off when you mention this ad. Visit DryTechCorp.com. DryTech Waterproofing Solutions. Protect your investment.
Boys, it was a good night last night to hop on the BetMGM app. Let me tell you, I was sweating it out because I had a parlay with the local hockey team, and it didn't look so good about 4 minutes in. But they persevered, and they saved my parlay, and I cashed in. But my whole point of this is there's not a better time to hop on that app. They're the king of sportsbooks. And right now, new customers have a chance to win $100 in free bets. $100 in free bets when they place a $1 moneyline wager on Israel Adesanya to win against Jan Blachowicz in their fight on March 6th. Just use bonus code PATEGAN100 when you make your first bet to take advantage of this offer. Get ready to start betting with confidence and turning knockouts into payouts. Sign up today and discover BetMGM's daily promotions, boosted odds specials, and so much more. So download the app or go to BetMGM.com, and when you do, use bonus code PATEGAN100 to win $100 in free bets if Adesanya defeats Blachowicz. And I'm telling you right now, I really like that offer for you. Get in the ring with the king and enjoy Fight night more than ever. New customer offer, paid in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older. Pennsylvania only. If you or someone you know with gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Partnership with Hollywood Casino Morgantown.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
I can't wait to finally see what my new coworkers look like once we get these masks off. I'm expecting to be disappointed.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Oh, you work to go hard. Now tell the boss, screw off. It's the weekend. Everybody party.
Buddy Nick Cellini, who I used to work with in Austin, did that every single Friday.
Is that right?
The old top 40 DJ. What's going on? WOGL Hot Hits.
Back in the day, that used to be. I still can't remember. That used to be remember 98 was Hot Hits. Hot Hits.
Is that 98.1?
That used to be the
you
jingle.
and Jingles.
I was watching basketball.
Jingles, it's TV theme songs.
You would be my
amazing.
phone a friend on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire if anything jingle came up.
So I had one of my neighbors who, not one of my neighbors, one of the guys in our building say the other day, he goes, you knew every TV theme song.
Yeah.
And he went like this, and he says, he's like, okay, I don't want to go Full House. That's too easy. And I said, okay, already you're in the wheelhouse of being too easy. You're thinking. He goes, well, what do you mean? What do you mean? He goes, what's another show? I said, you got to tell me.
Yeah.
You got to pick a show.
Yeah.
So he goes, Laverne and Shirley. Oh, just sit right back and you hear a tale of a fateful trip. It started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. You can change. Now you can change in midstream too on me. Just pick another one. The mate was a mighty Salem, and then you can pick. Now you can change in midstream to another one, and I'll just switch in midstream.
Your talent is limitless, John Kincade. It is limitless.
Brought to you by Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. I did get an email from, I think her name was Marion, which you don't hear that name anymore.
No, not
Marion,
unless they're a librarian.
who believes they saw my old-time rock and roll performance.
Oh, really?
Down the shore?
Yeah.
Where was it? Was it shenanigans, or did you do it at the OD?
I think it was the talent thing. They used to have the talent contest. It was either Ocean Drive or it was Shenanigans.
Or Springfield?
It was no, it wasn't Springfield.
They didn't have any talent.
There's Rage Band. No, they had the Rage Band.
I'm teasing.
The Rage Band.
There's always some late night talent.
There were no
in
Secret
Springfield.
Service.
My shoes are always
Green
sticking.
jeans. I don't even.
By the way,
name.
John, I think it just came to me. John Fitzpatrick.
Johnny Fitz?
Yeah.
Everybody knows Johnny Fitz.
See, Bob acts like he knows him. I think John Fitzpatrick was the guy who used to play at the Ocean Drive, who I knew, guitar player. I think it was John Fitzpatrick. If anybody knows the name, reach out. I know
a guitar player down the shore at Shenanigans?
At the Ocean. Yeah,
Probably a swordsman,
at the Ocean. We're going to get into that. By the way, Mopar says if we're going to talk about sword fighting, I'm out. I'm like, no, Mopar. It came from something totally different, and I will make sure that you know what that is coming up here in the show. But as we start the 8 o'clock hour, the one hopefully doesn't get us canceled, I won't need to wait until June or July to find out whether the Sixers are worthy of truly being considered a team that could have a parade this year. I've only got to wait another few weeks. Because on March 23rd, the Sixers start a 4-game stretch of games that is going to prove to me or disprove their worthiness. They're at the Warriors. They're at the Lakers, at the Clippers, at the Nuggets. I've already seen the Sixers in a stretch like that on the road. A loss at Portland, a loss at Phoenix, a loss at Utah. So March 23rd is the date when we're going to be able to get the answer to this thing. At the Warriors, at the Lakers, at the Clippers, at the Nuggets. When I've already seen 3 losses at Portland, at Phoenix, at Utah, if they go out and have a 1-3 trip there, then I'm going to know that they're unacceptable this year of probably being viable to be a champion. Others are going to say, wait till summer. It'll be fine. It'll all work out. I'm here to tell you, by the end of March, we will know the answer. And I'm here to tell you, too, I'll be right, whatever that answer is. And we'll check back at it. That's how we start the 8 o'clock hour with Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan, and the coach, Eric Camille. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. So you lose at Portland, you lose at Phoenix, you lose at Utah before you're 0-3. Bob, a trip to Warriors, Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets, 4 games over 8 days.
Yeah.
I'm going to know all I need to know about the Sixers by then. I will need, if they're 1-7 in those games, 1-6 after those games, or 0-7, I'm going to know it's just not going to be this year. It's just not going to be this year.
Yeah, I mean, the schedule makers really didn't do them any favors, and I don't like saying that, but like 8 of 10 on the road.
That's
like, John.
Nasty.
When that second half schedule came out, I think you and I were texting, and we were like right away, what in the hell? When you do a West Coast trip, and I did many of them back in the day, you don't bookend them with games back on the East Coast. That just never happened before.
It's got to be a COVID thing, right?
You would have a home game. You would go out west. You'd have 2 or 3 days, whatever, to get ready to do your trip there. You'd come home and you'd have an extra day. I mean, this schedule is brutal. 8 of 10 on the road. You go to New York and then you go out west, and then you come back and you go to Cleveland. That never happens. That's a very much an oddity. Out of those 8 of 10 on the road, is that what we said? 8 of 10 on the road. I don't know what you look for as a record there.
It's just the 4 games that I'm looking at. Those 4 against those pivotal teams.
Yeah.
I've already seen the tough West Coast trip. They went 0-3.
I would say 2-2 is a fair mark for that 4-game stretch.
Oh, no. 2-2, I'd be dancing in the street.
Yeah, I think that'll tell you that they're real.
1-3 or less?
1-3 would sting.
I know my answer.
Yeah, 1-3 would sting.
I know that you're 1-3 after going 0-3.
Yeah.
Then that means against the 7 best teams you face in the West, you went 1-6.
Yeah.
And I would know this isn't their year.
Yeah, but I think the Denver game or the Utah game, Joel missed. So it's hard to like.
You know, Brooklyn just did. They went out there and they swept those games.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. I mean,
so everything I'm going to need to know, I'm going to need to know by the night of March 30th, before my head goes on the pillow.
It's kind of nice that we'll know by then because it's not that far away.
Yeah, but it might be disappointing what you know.
I don't think it will be.
Okay.
Well, there's a couple ways to look at it. It is West Coast. So your object is just to get out of the East first and foremost, and then if you get there, you see what happens. So there's that. The other thing is, after being so horrible on the road this year, and I'm asking you guys this honestly, what's a good road record for the Sixers this year?
500.
Yeah, right?
But after what the problem is, though, to get to the finals where you're being a championship contender, they got to beat Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I just watched Brooklyn lay waste to these teams.
You make a great point.
Again, in those same games, the measuring stick games. So I will just say flat out, I will know. I'll know by March 30th. When we come in here on March 31st, that Wednesday, when we come in, I will know whether they can win a title or not.
Now, here's the only thing that could put a crinkle in it for you, John.
I love crinkle fries, by the way.
I had some yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Crispy?
Yeah, when the air fryer.
Crispy.
I took them out of the freezer, right in the air fryer, boom.
So here's what could put a wrinkle in your
wrinkle.
So if they wrinkle fries, if they make some kind of a move by the deadline, which is the 25th,
okay,
and they bring somebody in, maybe of a little significance, what we could be saying then is also,
they need time to gel.
We don't know this team yet.
Yeah, we could be. There you go. I'm just saying that's where I'm looking.
I hear you.
And that's where
that.
I'm working right
now. I like
that
benchmark.
Hey, NJM Insurance has been ranked #1 in the nation in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance claims experience. According to J.D. Power, visit NJM.com for your free quote today. That's NJM.com. Let's go to the Comcast Business Hotline. The other day, we found out how the Sixers are welcoming their fans back into the building. Mike Shane joins us, Chief Business Officer from the Philadelphia Flyers. Mike, are you ready for your close-up? Because the fans are so excited to get back in the building.
Ready or not, here it comes. Appreciate you guys having me on.
Great to have you on. Mike, I mean, fans have been waiting to get back into the building, but this has got to be a big logistical hassle, right? But you've probably been working on it for months.
Look, I've been in this business for a long time, and this is the only time in my career, knock on wood, that this will ever happen. But this is a sport and an industry that is based on schedules, and it's based on knowing your schedule months in advance and knowing exactly when your games are going to be and when you can sell tickets. And that just wasn't the case this year. So we've been rolling with the punches. We've been obviously working really closely with the city and the state, and we found out on Tuesday that we can have fans back on Sunday, and it was all systems go sprint to get the tickets out there. But we're ready. We're ready to have fans back on Sunday. I'm looking forward to it.
So, Mike, is the policy the same as for the Flyers as it is for the Sixers, or are there different things that the NHL requires that maybe the NBA doesn't?
You know, the two things are pretty aligned in the way that it works. I mean, ultimately, it's a lot of it's driven by your local jurisdiction. And like I said, we've worked really closely with the city of Philadelphia, with the state of Pennsylvania, and then obviously following all the NHL and then on the Sixers side, NBA guidelines. But, you know, we're right around that 3,000 fan mark that we're going to be allowed to have in. You know, we wanted to be very smart in how we put out the tickets. So we went to all of our Inside Edge members first, gave them the first access. They've been with us for a long time. They've stuck with us through the uncertainty of the past year. And then the other thing we did was just knowing that we've got a limited number of tickets, we set up a priority wait list on our website at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com, where if single game tickets, if individual tickets become available, in our business, there are always last minute releases from, you know, player holds and things like that. We will go out to that list if you signed up for that and give you a chance to get tickets. Really, right now, we're just concentrating on the month of March. We've got 8 games in March here starting on Sunday. So concentrating on that. But I would encourage anyone, if you want to get down to the Wells Fargo Center and see a live hockey game for the first time in a long time, get on that wait list, and we'll be reaching out to you.
So everybody can go to the wait list today and get on it at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com and be able to get on there and potentially and we know things change. This is a fluid situation. Maybe by April 1st or maybe by April 15th, there'll be more fans. And then if you're on that list, you're in business, right?
Yeah, and that's why we're going with March. We're going one step at a time. And you know, we like anything else over the past year, you don't know what the future is going to bring. So we're excited for the next couple of weeks and getting that home ice advantage back.
So, Mike, you were kind enough to make sure that we got a pair of Flyers Sabres tickets for Tuesday night, too. We're going to make sure that a lucky listener has a chance to win them today coming up around 9:45. So they're going to be
and we'll look forward to seeing that lucky listener on Tuesday.
We cannot wait for that. Hey, I can't wait to meet you in person, buddy. Thank you, Mike, for coming by and joining us today. And everybody, get on there and get on the list and get all set up. As things start to open up, things are going to be rocking. And by the time playoffs come around, this team last night, Mike, looked pretty good. Looked good. That was a gut check game. That could have gone the opposite direction, and it didn't.
Anyone who turned that game off early got what they deserved for missing out on that finish, because that's as good a regular season game as you're going to see ever. It was awesome.
Thanks, Mike.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you joining us. Mike Shane joining us from the Philadelphia Flyers. So get on the list. So now
exciting.
You know. Go and get on the list and get registered.
You know what? You just made the list.
I probably won't be attending until, you know, fully vaccinated household and in-laws and all that, but it's damn exciting to have it back.
It really is. It is exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited for the people that'll be there on Tuesday. That's really awesome.
Hey, Natural Lawn of America is safer for your lawn, kids, and pets. Schedule their full-service program, and you're going to get free seeding every year. Call 800-FREE-SEED, Natural Lawn of America. Greener grass, fewer weeds, guaranteed. I absolutely love that, though, to think of the fans being back in the building, because I know how much people have missed this. And, Bob, I also thought about it yesterday. We talked to the gentleman while we were having lunch that we both were abusing the Cowboys fan together. He's a concessionaire.
Yeah, that's right.
He handles cash for Philadelphia sports venues of being able to run the books on game nights. And he says, this is killing me. He said, this has absolutely killed my business. And he was out to lunch with his daughter, and he's like, this has killed my business because fans aren't in the building, so they don't need the accounting of the beers and the food and all that kind of stuff.
I wonder if I know you say cash in the general sense of money, but I wonder if actual paper cash will take a hit.
Well, that's another thing that he said.
Future.
He said that some with people saying they'll only take credit cards.
Yeah.
He said, I'm getting that another way.
Oh, so you meant the literal cash, not the...
Yes. Literal cash.
Okay. I thought you meant the broader...
Now, I got to tell you, too, I said, being from Akron, where I came from.
Just a kid from Akron, John.
In Akron, they are cashless stadiums.
Yeah, I'm shocked it's not.
Cashless stadiums.
I'm shocked it's not.
And ticketless stadiums.
Yeah, they're pretty much ticketless here.
Ticketless. What does grandma and grandpa do?
when they go to a
My
game if they
Uncle
don't have
Dick
smartphones.
still doesn't even go to an ATM. He does his withdrawals in the bank.
Okay, so how does he go to a game and then buy a beer?
He'll go to the bank, make his withdrawal, and probably bring.
No, these are cashless stadiums.
Oh, then he's screwed. He would need his.
They're cashless.
He would need his kids or me to swipe for him.
That's crazy.
With
that
the
might be
smartphone.
a good little shtick, though.
Yeah.
To have somebody paying for your stuff. I'm telling you.
That is good. Give somebody an ATM card that's never had one before and watch it. It's almost like giving kids a rotary phone and say, here, call this number.
Olivia just got she got for her 16th birthday, got a credit card.
Oh.
On mom and dad's account.
Who did?
Olivia did.
Oh, Olivia.
But
she
on
got
her
social, so she
on
can
her
build some
social,
credit.
her name.
Yeah, that's smart.
And I said, you got $50 a month. So like little incidental things you want to spend on.
Sure.
You got $50 a month. And if it goes over, I'll go into the safe and I'll get out of your cash. So if it goes
seems
over.
fair.
So, and she's been good with it, though. She's been good with it, but I do notice Starbucks is more freely now. Like going to Starbucks.
Kids our age, Jenna's age, they are addicted to coffee.
Oh, my gosh.
Fast food. It is unbelievable. Jenna more so. Now, Jenna's the youngest of four for me. Not even close.
If your kid is, though, you've raised them that way. Because they didn't pay it. They don't understand it unless we expose them to it.
You know what? That's a good point, probably, because when your kids play sports like Jenna did, she played soccer and swimming. Swimming you have to be at the pool, and I was the announcer for the swim, so we had to be there earlier. And so you're stopping at Dunkin'.
Right? Yeah.
Dad needs a coffee. What do you need? Yeah, you're right.
By the way, speaking of swimming, Katie Ledecky beat the competition by 23 seconds yesterday in a 1,000-meter freestyle.
You're kidding me.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
In a 1,000-meter?
I think it was. Don't quote me on that.
Maybe it's 5,000. 23 was.
Because 23 seconds.
Maybe it was 5,000. Maybe it was 5,000. But
wow.
She was a full pull length and a little bit ahead of her competition.
Oh my gosh, that doesn't even seem.
She's insane.
That's awesome.
I mean,
she's going to be the Michael Phelps of women's swimming.
I mean, that is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
With that one. Can I ask you what's with Mike's? What's with Mike's?
Just
First
general.
of all, I want to give a big shout out to Mike Missinelli. Mike Missinelli, you may have heard of him. He's a legend here at The Fanatic.
Who is he?
He does Afternoon Drive here in The Fanatic. Mike follows me on social media.
Oh, must be nice. I still haven't gotten that honor.
Mike is there.
When did the follow come?
I didn't even know that it did.
Because I did see Dan Roach yesterday from NBC Sports Philly say that, look at this, Mike followed me. So I alerted you and said, check it out. Mike may have followed you, and sure enough.
So then you
One of 217 people. What an honor for you.
That is pretty good that Mike follows me.
Yeah.
And I followed Mike right back and
I
gave
think
him
I'm the
love.
remaining person at the station not followed by him.
Okay, well, here's the problem.
You're
though.
not a good follower.
So
Give
then-
a rat's ass about Twitter.
So who am I giving love to every day is our new just maestro of YouTube and Twitch and everything.
Yeah, this is awkward.
It's Mike.
Yeah.
So Mikey, young Mikey. Now the Mikey's young. He's cool. He's handsome. He thinks he's up and coming in the business. So I said to Mike, I want to follow you on social media. What's your tag? So he gives me his Twitter feed. So I go to it and I said, is that you? And he goes, yeah. And then I go to hit the follow button and Mike doesn't follow me. What is it?
Come on, man.
What is it with Mike's? What is it with Mike's? I follow young Connor.
Yeah.
Connor follows me.
Well, maybe
I want to
because
toss
there's
Mike some love. I want to toss Mike more love than just being faceless Mike.
Here's my theory. There's
Build his
so
brand.
many Mikes that there's a higher propensity of being a Richard.
Oh, that could.
Does that
Mike?
float?
Well, I'm hoping Mike, who has done such a fine job. And by the way, I go back and I watch. So I go back and watch segments, watch things that they try to, because
That's the last thing I
I'm
want
a
to do.
dork and I have a dork and my family's not here. So
Yeah.
they're back in Albuquerque. But I'm watching his fine work and I want to give the kid love.
That's awkward now.
And I said, yeah, I followed you.
So he pity followed you?
I don't know if he pity followed.
I'm not going to, so quit asking.
Oh, he did now, I guarantee you.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if he did or not. Egan, you think he should have, right? I mean,
No.
What?
No, in fact, this conversation makes me want to unfollow you.
You're free to unfollow.
It took
Smash that unfollow
It
button.
took me probably a year and a half, 2 years of working with Pat Egan to finally get a follow back.
Well, it took you the longest to follow me. Of anyone at the station.
Yes, because I was being
Of anyone at the station.
cautious.
of anyone at the station.
Because I didn't know if it was public, if, Crossing Broad's like, oh, J.E. Lynch Jr. followed Kincade.
Bob's following.
Ooh, is he coming to the Fanatic?
Bob was following. Egan was following. I mean, it wasn't even like it was,
I didn't want to get fired.
I was just trying to be cautious.
By the way, just trying to be cautious. That was a good excuse. I got to give him the excuse.
Yeah, oh yeah. It was nothing because he followed you 2 weeks ago, so he was really cautious.
He was being overly cautious. Gentleman says here, he goes, how come there isn't that big hatred and rivalry going on? Like, why are we not reading about, like we used to read about, radio, what do you call it? Radio wars. Radio wars. And I'm like, because there isn't any?
Yeah, nobody cares.
Because everybody needs to worry about themselves? Yeah. Worry about yourself.
And I got a family to take care of.
And I always think of it this way, too, is that you just worry about what we're doing.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what anybody else is doing, and just try to be and try to be kind. It's not hard to be kind.
No,
is it?
It's so much easier to be kind than it is to be mean. I tell my kids that all the time.
That it's easier.
It's so much easier to be nice than it is to be mean.
Okay.
Being mean takes a lot of energy.
Mm-hmm.
I really find
it's
that.
exhausting.
I watch people be mean, and I'm like, wow. I've said that to people when they've come at me or something. I'll just look at them and say, wow, that's tiring.
I say that one of my favorite lines is, it must be exhausting being you.
Yeah.
That the people who've got like that, I don't want to have.
It's a good insult.
Come on. It must be exhausting being you.
Yeah.
Yes. I stole it, though. Believe me, that's completely bogarted. Okay, we got a lot coming up on the show, including, it's not sword fighting, but it's all kinds of other stuff. And there's a thing that kids are missing out. Kids are missing out on something. We'll tell you what it is. Stick around, won't you? It's the John Kincade Show. This is 97.5 The Fanatic. I've got the Parks Casino Sportsbook app right here on my phone. And I have been having a fantastic time using the Parks Casino Sportsbook app every single night as I'm watching live sports. And what the best part about it is, you don't need to go and you're not spending a lot of money. You can get involved in some of these games. Just throw a few bucks on them, and it's fun. You find yourself watching games differently. Last night, I had wagered on the local hockey team to win their game in regulation. It looked terrible in the beginning of the game, and then it started to look good. Then they tied the game, and I said, okay, I'm sitting on the edge of the couch going, I've got 6 minutes to win this wager. It's fun. And with prop bets and with future betting, you can take advantage of future bets if you think you can look into the eyes and figure out what's going to happen in the future. Get on in on it. And Parks Casino Sportsbook, download the app or go to parkscasino.com/PA and use the promo code FANATIC, and you get a risk-free bet refunded and site credit up to $500. Bet with Pennsylvania's home team sports betting app. You got to be 21 and in Pennsylvania. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
I am so excited, I can't stand it!
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Restrictions may apply. Plans and cost for coverage may vary. Call Protect My Car for details. These days, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a car, truck, or SUV made from 1999 or higher, you could stop paying for car repairs. That's right. You might not have to pay a penny to have it repaired. Just dial *1169 on your mobile phone now to see if you qualify. You must have an automobile made from 1999 or higher, and all repairs for your engine, transmission, and much more can become a thing of the past. Dial *1169 on your mobile phone today and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. That's right, total protection for your car and no more repair bills. Plus, free roadside assistance, free towing, free car rental, and free oil changes. Just dial *1169 on your mobile phone now to see if your car qualifies. That's *1169. Never pay for car repairs again. Just dial *1169 on your mobile phone now. Dial *1169.
And paid for by Progression. Are you being denied credit? Are you getting hit with high interest rates because of a low credit score? Bad credit happens to good people. In fact, millions of Americans are victims of incorrect or unfair items on their credit report without even knowing. But don't worry, because the Credit Repair Helpline is here for you. We'll communicate with creditors and the credit bureaus on your behalf to address unfairly reported items like late payments, collections, charge-offs, and even bankruptcies, which can lead to a higher credit score. Our proven process has helped hundreds of thousands of people just like you see meaningful improvements to their credit profile. Working to repair your credit today can help you get the new car, new home, or new job you've always wanted. Call 800-620-7470 now and get your free credit score. Call 800-620-7470 to start working to restore your credit. The call is free and the credit evaluation is free. So call 800-620-7470. That's 800-620-7470. Start building your credit today. Again, 800-620-7470.
O'Reilly.
This is Jesse's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
As a nurse, not making it to work was not an option. But driving through the snow with my wiper blades struggling, I just didn't feel safe. So I pulled into O'Reilly Auto Parts, and before I knew it, an employee was offering to install the wiper blades on my car. I got to stay out of the snow for a moment, and I still made it to work on time.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
As the basketball season rolls along, teams are already identifying the missing pieces they need to make a championship run. If your business needs some fresh new talent, LinkedIn Jobs can help. Post a job with targeted screening questions, and LinkedIn will quickly get your role in front of qualified candidates. Manage job posts and contact candidates from a single view as functions are streamlined onto one simple screen. Post a job for free at linkedin.com/sports. That's linkedin.com/sports. Terms and conditions apply.
What's it doing? Designing my new 2021 Nissan Kicks online in the Kicks Color Studio. I give each a special name. This one's electric blue, orange, red, white. I call it the gumball machine. You think it's me?
I feel like you're more of a red velvet guy.
Limitless possibilities. With over 100 million available color combinations and Bose Personal Plus system in the boldly new 2021 Nissan Kicks. Bose is the registered trademark of the Bose Corporation. Color combinations include interior and exterior colors. Customization is an available feature subject to availability at participating Nissan dealers. See dealer for details.
Listening to this Allstate commercial about savings might be the hardest thing about getting those savings. Save for simply becoming an Allstate customer. Save more for adding DriveWise. And save even more for driving safely. Visit Allstate.com or contact your local agent for a quote today. Allstate. Minimum effort, maximum reward.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. DriveWise is an optional feature. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, it's Mike Miss here to tell you about my friends at Cinch. Cinch delivers propane grill tanks right to your doorstep, so you'll never have to run out of propane. Right now, Cinch is offering new customers to get their first tank exchange for just $10 when they use my promo code Mike. Just go to cinch.com, spelled CYNCH.com, pick a delivery date that's convenient for you, and use the promo code Mike at checkout to get your first tank exchange for just $10. No more going through the hassle of lugging the used tank to the store. Stay safe and stay grilling with Cinch.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel teaches you conversations that you will actually use. With 14 languages and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll learn what matters most to you. Babbel. Language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com.
Moisture in your house, cracks in your basement floor or walls, eroded foundation. These are all signs you could have mold in your home. DryTech Waterproofing Solutions is one of the top-rated mold remediation companies in Pennsylvania. Calling DryTech immediately could save you substantial repair costs down the road. They offer free evaluations, and Fanatic listeners can take advantage of 15% off just for mentioning the Missinelli Show. Don't let mold in your home. Visit DryTechCorp.com. It's DryTech Waterproofing Solutions. Protect your investment.
Hey, it's John Kincade from my friends at T-Mobile. And have you heard about the Magenta Unlimited 55 plan? That's for the 55 and older crowd out there in the audience. And right now, I got a flat rate for you. How about $70 a month? $70 a month. Taxes and fees included. That's a fixed rate, so every month you know what it's going to cost you. That's 2 lines, unlimited data, and by the way, Netflix included. So when you want to be binge-watching, but you always want to be connected, so you want to be able to check your work emails, but you want to be able to trade family photos and videos. Maybe you want to be able to just be connected with family all around the country. You know you get the best network behind you with T-Mobile. So $70 a month, 2 lines every month. That's all it costs, and Netflix is now included. Visit T-Mobile.com/55 or call 1-800-T-Mobile today. This is a spectacular deal that you've got to be jumping on. And I can tell you this, with the T-Mobile network, you're going to love the connectivity. You're going to love constantly being connected to family and friends. And you're going to love that Netflix too. Check it on out and tell them John Kincade sent you. With AutoPay, sales tax and regulatory fees are included in rate plan price, keeping it steady. It's unlimited on T-Mobile's network. Customers using over 100 gigs a month may notice reduced speeds during congestion due to data prioritization. Video typically 48p. Receive Netflix standard with 2 lines.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Can we wrap this up? I need to get home in time for General Hospital.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Thanks so much for hanging out with the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Remember, we've got Flyers tickets to give away, but you have to be listening to the show, because if you don't listen to the show, you're not going to be able to win the contest to get the Flyers tickets. So you do not want to turn the dial. You do not want to miss a minute of any of the rest of the show. So make sure that you are listening and make sure you're a part of things. And we love it when you do. Love it when you do. Gentleman here is saying, here's the danger. Goes, John, because I'd love to find out when you're going to go up to play cards tomorrow. I'm like, but I feel bad because I just said to him, I said,
because you won't talk to him.
I'm not going to talk to you. I said, I'll talk to you before I go to the table, and I'll talk to you after I go to the table, but I'm not going to sit and have a conversation with someone and play cards.
No, you concentrate.
It's time for you to shut the f***
So
up.
I'm saying, please. And I don't want to have him come, see me, sit down next to me, and want to engage, and I'm like, I don't want to be a jerk, but I don't sit and talk at the card table. So instead, just, we're going to have events. Now that things are opening up.
Yeah.
We're going to have a chance for us to be able to get together, and I can't wait for that. Absolutely cannot wait for that. So I like what Mopar brought to the table here. Mopar, I want to give you a little love here. He says, anyone can be mean. It takes an adult to be a good person. People aren't believing what we talked about like, you know, do you want to like poke fun or feud with any other people? I'm like, no. Don't do that.
I thought we were talking about in-house. That's why I said we're teammates.
Oh, in-house.
Yeah, you guys suck.
In-house, we can be ruthless around this place, which is the way it's supposed to be. So I'm going to tell you something. There is and it comes up again, this story, because, first of all, Pat Burrell came up on the show yesterday. But at a bar, I heard a guy older than me telling the bartender, while the Flyers game was on, yeah, it's great. He goes, the Flyers color analyst once said it hit the effing post during a game. And he's telling him, the bartender, the story. The bartender's probably 30, and the bartender's nodding his head, and he goes, really? Oh, my gosh. That's unbelievable. And he goes, yeah. His name was Don Earl. And he said it hit the effing post as he was doing like play-by-play during the game. So the guy's there at the bar, then he goes to other people, and as I'm going to the bathroom, the guy asked me, do you want another beverage? And I said, by the way, the story he told you is complete falsehood. That never happened. And he goes, really? It never happened? He goes, I've had other people at the bar tell me it happened. I said, that never happened. That is a Philly urban legend. That never happened. Don Earl never said it hit the effing post.
Did he say something close?
No.
So it was just made
that's
up?
intriguing. It's an urban legend that lives with people, I'd say 45 and above in this town. It lives. It's an urban legend.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
I had heard it a lot.
Everybody said it.
Do you find... You guys had to have found yourself in this position, and listeners out there who are sports fans probably do too. When somebody just gives false information about sports and you're out and you hear it, but you're not part of the conversation, does it drive you nuts?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how many times I got to sit there and like bite my tongue.
A lot of years, so I heard some dumb conversations.
Yeah.
No,
I just want to be like, you're wrong.
No, I absolutely would. I reveled in the fact that I got to tell the bartender, by the way, he's full of crap. That never happened. That story, because he was telling it was so first of all, he was telling it so animated to the bartender that I was 2 booths away from and could hear every word that he was saying.
Right.
So that made it even better to be able to go and tell the bartender, by the way, he's full of crap.
Now, among the 5 of us, you would be I would pick you number 1 as to be like, no, I had to go over there and say that's not true.
Oh, yes.
Oh, there's no.
Egan would be a close
Egan
second.
Be a close second.
Nope.
Really?
I don't think he would. I think he would just sit there and shake his head.
Yep.
Nah,
that's exactly what I would do.
Coach, would you speak up?
Not a peep.
So Coach wouldn't speak up. Absolutely.
Coach only does it to women that are eating Cheetos.
Absolutely, I would love that.
I avoid.
You do avoid. You
yeah.
Legalese. I have to. I'm like, that's just such a dumb. It's such a dumb thing. But I would absolutely raise my hand. I'd be the first one.
Yeah, I would have to like go to the bathroom or pull a buddy aside and be like, he's not right.
That's absolutely fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so Then I thought of what is the biggest urban legend? I was thinking then after hearing this, I wrote it in my notes going, there's urban legends like this that exist. And by the way, there are guys driving in their car right now who said, my dad told me that story. And dad lied to me. Yes, your dad lied to you. But so I thought, what's the biggest urban legend in Philly sports other than Don Earl? Yesterday, Jamie brings up Pat Burrell.
The Irish pub?
And that Pat Burrell is was known as a big swordsman in town.
Yes.
And
you really didn't have a wiener, but you got the point.
And I would just say, if I believed all the urban legend, I met 100 people. I've met 200 people whose sister, girlfriend, brother, no, not brother, shouldn't say that, somehow,
brother's girlfriend,
an entanglement with Pat Burrell, with Pat the Bat. I think a lot of it's urban legend. I think he got the reputation, and then people just started to, I know somebody.
Chuck Norris thing.
I know somebody.
I have confirmed 2 people that have backed up the urban legend tales.
So what, are they in the bedroom with these people? Because first off, what I always say is this.
He does talk in the third person. That I can confirm.
You mentioned it, though, partner. He likes to slap around the beef.
Here's what I would say about the whole subject is guys who talk about their exploits, I always know are frauds. Because some of the best swordsmen that I've ever known my entire life, quiet as hell about it.
Yeah. I don't think Pat talked about it.
They don't go around.
I saw him close a road deal one time.
Yeah, my buddy
was a scout. I think we were either in Boston or Chicago. I think it was Chicago. And I was out with my friend Scotty Rigo, and we saw him at the bar and just, casually said hello.
He's a double vodka rocks, 2 limes kind of guy.
Yeah, and there was a deal that was definitely
the deal was being closed.
My buddy renamed it at his bar the Burl.
Pat, do you Pat Egan?
Pretty cool.
By the way, Pat's never been called Pat the Bat.
No,
I don't know why. Do you believe when you hear a guy is a big swordsman?
The first thought I always have is he's probably average at best.
Because I don't think this is something people talk about.
But I don't think this was born from Pat Burrell's mouth. I think the ladies maybe told some friends, and then and it snowballed, and then all of a sudden this network of Burrell girls all spread out.
So you think that's what it was?
Yeah,
it peed on me
because I've heard some stories.
Okay,
that I believe.
See that you believe.
Hey, he's half man, half machine.
But they're stories.
You say you think guys don't talk about it? No. I'm a guy that doesn't think about other guys' swords.
No, what I'm thinking is guys who talk, when it's talked about, it's almost, it has to be perpetuated by the person who's the person.
I don't know.
Because if they don't talk about it, no one has stories to tell.
If you talk about
you can observe.
Wait. But you could maybe observe one story, like you did. Someone else observes another story. Someone else makes up a story that they say they observed. Because if the person themselves isn't talking about their exploits, the legend never grows.
So
Good point.
So the 3 stories I've heard from people that I trust, without talking to that, they all confirm the same detail of the story.
The same detail
about the third person aspect.
Well, I mean, let's not get
there's a lot of links tying it together.
Dustin in Willow Grove joins us. Dustin, how are you, brother? Welcome to the Fanatic.
Gentlemen, how we doing today?
Good, man. Great. What's going on?
We're talking Pat the Bat stories, man. There's a lot of legends out there.
Alleged stories.
Guys
are walking around naked.
So the legend is allegedly. So what happened was Pat the Bat got a limo on a Halloween, rode through the town of Westchester in a Zorro costume, but he had the assless chaps, and he would get out of the limousine and try to pick up chicks. And I don't know what else.
Really? In Westchester?
I've heard this from 2 different people that I just met for the first time.
Yeah, but
how we got into conversation.
All right, Dustin.
That story came up.
Okay, let me ask you. That sounds like a story, though, that somebody could have told that then grows. Now, let me ask you. Did you ever hear the Don Earl story about it hit the effing post?
Yes.
You know that's a lie now. That never happened.
After hearing you guys mention it, now I know
See?
it was a lie.
So, what I'm saying to you,
God rest his soul.
What I'm saying to you is that.
See, now.
Don't tell me you've heard the assless chaps.
No, I haven't heard the assless chaps
I've got
story.
a very taut, bulbous ass. By the way, aren't all chaps assless?
Yes.
So why do people say assless?
Because it's just funnier to say assless. So, do you remember the interview he did? I think it was Chris Rose. Brian Wilson was doing an interview from his home.
Okay.
When he was in the big, in the middle of being a dominant closer. Pat Burrell came and walked through the sunroom he was doing the interview in a gimp outfit. Like the full mask, the chain body leather suit, and just walked by and walked out.
To get a prank on TV.
Yes. But the fact that he owns a gimp suit tells me the chap's story has
Might
some
be
validity
real.
to it.
Your gimp suit. First of all, how'd you get one in that size?
Yeah.
It was tough. It was difficult.
Amazon's got everything these days.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Must
I
have been
had to
from
get
one of the Avatar movies.
I had to get it specially made from Switzerland,
There
but
you go.
it worked. I kind of believe some of these
Really?
stories about Pat the Bat.
How about the absolute urban legend? And Matt brings it up, and it's on my list. The absolute urban legend that Rod Brindamore beat up Eric Lindros.
That
It
I
is
don't
a
believe.
Complete
Yeah.
urban legend. It's complete falsehood.
Beat him up, or
That they-
the
no,
other
that
part
they-
of that
no,
story?
that they fought. That he fought and beat up Eric Lindros.
Don't think they fought, but I kind of believe the other part.
There's two people you can speak to on it. It's easy to speak to, and no, they did not.
Well, yeah,
There's
they're-
not a fight on it.
I
That's one that I heard. It's one on my list. Everybody in NHL circles, trying to tell me, NHL fans, when Rod Brindamore kicked Eric Lindros' backside, I said, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
I don't believe that one.
That didn't happen.
Burrell, I
Do you have any
100%
others?
believe.
I was trying to think of it. I think it's.
Are there any
I'm
other
so
swordsmen in
boring that I
Philadelphia
don't
history?
buy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God.
You know who was a big one?
No.
Hey, yo,
Allegedly.
hey.
Jamie.
Allegedly
Pump
was
the
a big
brakes.
one.
Yes. One.
A former captain of the Flyers, somewhat recently, not currently on the team or in the NHL. And a move he pulled once that I know.
The alleged move he pulled?
Yes. Down at the bar attached to a baseball stadium. There was a tub girl that was very attractive, as they happened to be. And he went to the ATM, got his receipt with his available balance, wrote the phone number on the back, and handed it to her.
These sound like urban legends. That sounds like an urban legend story. That sounds like a complete urban legend.
That doesn't sound like a complete
No,
urban
that
legend.
sounds
It
pimp.
sounds like it sounds like a D-bag move to pick up a hot chick.
Yeah, but it probably worked.
And it probably did work. And I heard a similar story about, I think, probably, allegedly, this guy's kind of friend on the team, who basically his whole thing was he would bring a girl back and then he would just strip down and, all right, it's go time, basically.
You know that every single city, what I found out is, maybe just from my years in Anaheim, that the same urban legends get told in every city.
Not Pat Burrell. Though.
Regarding-
It's just different names. Yeah.
No, they don't. But there's one young athlete that I know that every single female just adores, and every single person would be like having there's a story. Oh, she was out with him. She was out with him. And there were stories that I knew completely could be disproved. And I'm like, that's not true. That's not true. And I wonder, because he was having a secret long-term relationship with somebody. And I would see them together. They'd be together. I'm like, okay, he wasn't at that place because I know where he was. I think these urban legends grow in every city.
Probably.
They're just told because I think guys want to think that their athletes are out there and about.
I remember one when I was a kid, and the actual thing happened. John, you might remember. I think the Flyers were in Vancouver, and Rick McLeish got a skate across the neck.
Ooh.
Now, not deep enough that it was, but a good 80 plus stitches. I want to say 85 or something. And the legend was that after the game, he was having a cigarette and talking to reporters, and smoke started coming out of his neck.
Okay, that's an urban legend,
So we were at a tailgate one time.
180 stitches later at the.
Is that what it was?
88 at the current time.
Wow. Was it Vancouver? Anyway.
Yeah, well.
So we were at a tailgate one time. Now, my friends, Bobby Clark owned a gym over in Cherry Hill, right near where I grew up. And, my friends belong there. Right. My friends belong there, so they were friends with him. We were at a tailgate one time, and somebody brought that story up to Clark. And Clark just laughed and was like,
That's the dumbest
no, that
thing.
never happened.
Hey, Pets Plus Natural, locally owned and operated for over 30 years. They get the area's largest selection of all natural pet foods, treats, and supplies. They'll keep your furry loved ones happy and healthy. Visit PetsPlusNatural.com. And just an update on the story. Nikki Foles will be staying in...
Down south?
Yeah, she will be staying down south.
In Abilene?
In the city that goes nameless.
Wow. Did you get rejected on this, or was this a family decision?
The girls absolutely said that they can't because there are going to be too many times, Dad, where
he'll be alone.
When things open up, where she'll be alone.
Yeah, let the big dog
Whereas
hunt.
they got two people there, and so
I get it.
So Nikki
Sucks
Foles
for
will be
you.
staying there. By the way, my nephew Billy was lied to by his friends. He said he was told that it was Gene Hart that said it hit the
Never.
effing post.
But nobody lies about Pat Burrow.
That never happened. That never, ever happened. Hey, in the linchpin, there's things that kids today are getting denied. There's things that kids get denied.
This is the linchpin.
I was waiting for my Cadillac music.
Somebody was bothering Pat Egan by calling on the hotline number. So that was what was going on.
Yeah, so yesterday or the day before, I was driving down Germantown Ave in Mount Airy up to Chestnut Hill and
Of course
through that
you
way.
were.
And there was a store front that caught my eye. And I was sitting at a red light and I was just looking at it and I had a rush of nostalgia. It was a record store. And I was just sitting there and I was like, wow, record store, that's so cool. Because I'm thinking about getting a record player and maybe diving into the record, the vinyl game a little bit. Because I think it's a fun kind of little side hobby. And I was just like, oh, man. And then I started thinking about, visiting The Wall and Sam Goody and Tower Records back in the day.
Well, I'm surprised you remembered some of these names because I would have thought they were gone by your age.
Oh, no. The Wall was a big thing. I used to take stickers and put them on, whatever.
Really?
Yeah, I was one of those. And there was a record store in Princeton I used to go to all the time that I absolutely loved. Just these hole-in-the-wall old CD shops. And it would be my first stop in the mall. And I would go browse music, and I'd spend an hour.
Sam Goody, right?
Yeah.
Bob, wasn't that Sam Goody in the mall?
Oh, yeah, Sam Goody was
And I would spend an hour in there,
Yeah.
easy, just looking at stuff, maybe buying, maybe not. And I drove by the record store, and I went, wow, kids today will never have that experience. And it was something fond to me. It was a nice memory. I liked going in record stores. And it just kind of made me sad that kids don't get to experience that anymore. They just go to their phone and stream Spotify or download an album or whatever. They don't have to go anywhere. They don't get to browse. They don't get to find new things like that. And it kind of made me sad that kids don't get that.
We had a place where I used to live in Abilene that had one of those kind of vinyl stores opened up and everything.
Right.
My daughter spent an hour and 40 minutes in it.
See, that's awesome.
Going through old things and seeing.
And the old alphabets,
Right. Now, here's the weird thing is yesterday, so I'm taking a walk and I make a left off, Mary Jane Lane, and there's a video store. Video store.
Like DVDs?
Like a Blockbuster.
Huh.
Yeah,
Really? A red box?
No, it's they're actual VHS tapes.
Really?
And it's a full store of VHS tapes. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I've seen enough mob movies. And I'm wondering, what's going on here? Why is there a one-off video store?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Well, don't give the name.
Oh,
Did you just do that?
No.
Don't do that.
I didn't do it.
But it's the video store.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I walk by and I'm like, okay, that's the entire... I thought they had videotapes was just part of something they had.
Right.
It's an entire
store.
It's like an old Blockbuster.
So that's another one because we used to go Friday nights. We would go get Dominic's Pizza and West Coast Video.
And you'd find some videos.
And if you didn't get the new release, it was kind of devastating. But there was a certain thrill to not being guaranteed something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or you go in the return bin was always big, too.
Why would the thrill be of that?
It was like a game. Like, am I going to get the hot release?
Yeah, it was a challenge.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I don't remember that as much, but...
It's weirdly, I guess, a little sadistic, but now you just get it. And kids today, I kind of feel a little sad for them that they don't get that. It's weird, right?
I got one.
Because it's so easy these days.
Yeah.
It should be cool.
I got one.
Okay.
Encyclopedias.
Oh, we recently
that
found
really is.
our old ones.
Like, do you remember when you had to do projects for schools?
Yeah, it was stupid.
When you would find the information in the encyclopedia that you wanted,
Yes.
it was like,
Eureka!
oh my God. Now it's
there in
it's
2
done.
seconds.
Yeah.
Jamie took mine because it was the movie store one. So I guess I'll go with the malls. walking around malls as a kid.
Yeah, nobody does that anymore.
Nobody does that. You go to a mall and it is dead.
It's dangerous.
To go to a mall?
Down in Abilene. I'm not kidding you.
To go to a mall.
Google Abilene malls. We're talking the mall closest to our home. Shootings every week. Because they know people have money. And they literally have carjackings and shootings.
Oh, wow.
In Abilene at the mall. It's not safe. Literally, she's not going to the mall. Like Olivia and her friends, they do not go to the mall. Down in Abilene.
And they'll never get that free West Coast video popcorn on Friday nights.
Yeah, not anymore. Do not do
shame.
Because it's not you can't trust
but
it.
I used to love going to the record store.
By the way, got a email here. Thank you for that, Jamie. Good job. Got an email here from a long-time NHL person who has been with the NHL for decades, who says to me, the biggest urban legend in Philadelphia, he goes, you've missed. And it involves, and I don't even know what it is, he goes, but it involved former Flyer Jeff Carter. So if you know any urban legend on Jeff Carter.
I don't.
Like there's urban legends that literally, I'll use the words, literally smeared him.
Oh, I know what it is.
And people, and I don't want to say it on the air. He goes, because it's absolute falsehood. He said complete falsehood.
Oh, I'll have to get that off air. I don't even know that
So there are these things, and some of them aren't flattering. Some of them aren't flattering.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They're not flattering things.
But I think something tells me about Burrell. He would embrace all this.
Well,
he's like Party Boy from Jackass.
Yes. So Bill says, why can't John say blank anymore on YouTube? Because we're not triggering people. We don't want to trigger people. People are very sensitive in 2021. All right, coming up. Don't get sucked in. Or maybe I'm getting sucked in. Final hour of the John Kincade Show comes your way next here on 97.5 The Fanatic. My friends at Window Nation, they're absolutely awesome. And right now they want you to improve the value of your home. Yeah, they know right now we're heading into the time of year where maybe the windows don't matter as much to you because it's not too hot, not too cold. You get in that middle ground. But you know what's going to happen? The heat of the summer is going to come. And we're going to end up getting another big blast of cold, and your house is going to be a drafty mess. Or it's going to be letting all the energy in the house out of the house, costing you a lot of fortune. So here's what I want you to do. Get 2 free windows with every 2 that you buy. Plus, make no down payment, no payments, and pay no interest for 2 full years. Save thousands. Beat the spring rush. A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, Window Nation. Over 10,000 online positive reviews, over 1 million windows installed. Window Nation. They are absolutely amazing. And this deal, 2 free windows for every 2 you buy, with no payment, no down payment, no interest for 2 full years, do it today. Call 866-90-NATION, 866-90-NATION, or do your window shopping online at windownation.com.
The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Imagine feeling the freedom of 20/20 vision without the hassle of foggy glasses and contacts. Well, thanks to the LASIK Vision Institute, that freedom could be yours. If you want LASIK, then the LASIK Vision Institute has officially taken away everything standing in your way. At the LASIK Vision Institute, we're now offering 20% off LASIK with our latest Wavelight laser when treated in March. Go to LASIK.com to see this offer and see if LASIK is right for you. Plus, LASIK has never been more convenient. The procedure typically only takes 15 minutes, and most patients can get back to work the next day. The LASIK Vision Institute offers the latest FDA-approved LASIK technology, and our expert medical teams have performed over 1.3 million procedures. Go to LASIK.com today to schedule your free consultation and start feeling the freedom of better vision. That's LASIK.com. Individual results vary. Must mention this promotion and be treated in March 2021 to qualify. 20% off standard price of Wavelight procedure. Go to LASIK.com for details.
Wendy's new classic chicken sandwich is now in the 2 for $5, and that's reason to celebrate. Try the new classic and then take your mouth on a victory lap with the iconic Dave's Single, the delicious spicy chicken sandwich, spicy or crispy 10-piece nuggets, or just get another classic chicken sandwich. Taste greatness today with Wendy's 2 for $5. We got you.
For a limited time, a la carte only. Price and participation may vary. U.S. Wendy's.
2 chocolate chip muffins coming in. Thank you.
Indeed knows unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
Hey, can someone get that?
Like at Claire's Cafe. To satisfy demand for takeout, she needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Anyone who has ever needed self-storage knows what a hassle it can be. You have to rent or borrow a truck and then find someone to help you move your stuff. And let's face it, moving furniture and heavy items without damaging them isn't easy. Renting the unit is worse. The hidden fees and admin costs are scarier than the dingy facilities you're leaving your stuff in. Why not use ClosetBox instead? ClosetBox is self-storage without leaving home. They'll pick up your belongings, store them securely, and bring any item back when you need it. The best part? Unlike traditional self-storage, you only pay for what you store. No paying for unused storage space. ClosetBox's background check storage movers are licensed, bonded, and insured and will take care of all of the heavy lifting. ClosetBox's local storage centers are temperature controlled and monitored 24/7. ClosetBox has an A+ rating from the BBB. Call 877-233-5696 now for the season's best rates. Get $50 off first month storage using code RADIO50. That's 877-233-5696. 877-233-5696.
Progressive presents The Sounds of the Old World.
The year is 2019, and someone is waiting for a table at a restaurant.
Thompson, party of 4. Thompson, party of 4. Thompson, party... Oh, there you are.
This has been The Sounds of the Old World.
Brought to you by Progressive, where drivers can still switch and save like it's 2019.
Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
You run a business and you need better wireless. 3 words, no more compromise. With the T-Mobile Business Advantage, you get the largest 5G network, award-winning customer support, and insanely great value. No trade-offs. Right now, get up to 90 days of unlimited free on business plans when you switch via bill credits. Stop in to find out more. Plus taxes and fees for some plans. Complete port within 60 days. Customers over 50 gigabytes per month have lower speeds during congestion. Video at 480p, unlimited on our network. See T-Mobile.com for 5G devices coverage and plan details.
Leave your sister alone. You're ready to get back into yoga, so you ordered the essentials. A non-slip mat, yoga blocks to keep balance, and an exercise ball. And you used your Bank of America Cash Rewards credit card, choosing to earn 3% cash back on online shopping and up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member, which you put towards your most essential yoga gear. Noise-canceling headphones.
Welcome. Take a deep breath. Breathe.
Apply for yours at bankofamerica.com/more rewarding. Copyright 2020 Bank of America Corporation.
Sometimes in business, the unexpected comes calling. But even in, I'm gonna say it, unprecedented times, don't bounce back. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward fast with internet speeds up to a gig, with the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks, and with security solutions that help keep your connected devices protected. Be fast, be flexible, be ready for what's next. And bounce forward. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com to learn more.
Every play is a play to bet on. Whether it's who scores next, a three-pointer, or a free throw, it could be the play that matters to you. So bet live at Unibet Sportsbook. Live betting options for every moment of the game. Sign up today and get $250 risk-free. Download the app or visit pa.unibet.com. Unibet Sportsbook. Crazy about the odds. Must be 21 or over to play and physically located in Pennsylvania. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
We are reinventing what sports talk radio can be. Whether we improve it remains to be seen.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
9 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show brought to you by the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag. Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. And for details, go to Bagster.com. That Lane Johnson story from yesterday was excellent. Donating, $500,000?
I didn't even see this.
Yes, to his junior college.
Lane,
Kilgore.
Very cool.
Where he was a quarterback.
For the athletic facility. He was what?
Yeah, he was a quarterback and then a tight end.
Now, I knew the tight...
Yeah, he was a quarterback first.
Really?
Yeah, that's why he's insanely athletic.
Well, you can tell he's insanely athletic by performance.
Oh, yeah,
Really?
he was a quarterback, I believe, in high school and then JUCO at first. Right?
Correct.
Okay, that is a big quarterback. It's a big man.
Let me see if I can find his high school stats.
Oh, my gosh, that is a big man at quarterback. But that's really cool, though, there, that the young men who follow behind him at that school looking for that opportunity. First of all, to have somebody like Lane Johnson, that, okay, Lane was there, then Lane moved to a bigger school, then Lane got, but he doesn't forget the little school.
Sure.
That helped. That's awesome.
You know, I tell this story a lot, but in NBA locker rooms, when you're just sitting around, just throwing stories around, whether it's after practice, before a game, whatever, almost all the stories go back to high school.
Really?
It's not like Elton Brand talking about Duke or whatever. It goes back to growing up and high school. They're your formative years. Yeah, it really does. I would say like 85% of the time, the best stories that we would all just sit around and talk about, and all it does. It goes back to high school and your youth even before that.
So one of the games Bob Stoops recruited Lane at Kilgore, he went 32 of 61 for 510 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions.
Oh, my gosh.
So I guess you see why he made the switch.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. Tim says he misses baseball card shops.
Yes. I used to love those,
I don't even remember.
There was one at the Oxford Valley Mall I went to all the time, and it was kind of like outside the mall, not inside, like one of the exterior storefronts, kind of like a little hole in the wall. And I'd bring my Beckett's in there, and I'd packs of cards everywhere, and I'd go see what was in the cases. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one in Havertown, little mom and pop shop.
Really? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I'm going to go
good people.
I think I may go today and get my sneakers.
Oh, nice.
Your
free sneakers.
Guess what? I'm getting 2 pairs.
Yeah.
And this attorney's and guess what?
Oh yeah, $100.
This attorney,
right?
and I've got the email. So now I won't. I'm not going to shame the guy, but he goes, you will never do. He goes, like, I believe you're buying sneakers at a hole in the wall place. I'm like, first of all, it's not kind to call it a hole in the wall place, but it's a one-off. It's a one-off shop. It's a one-off shop, and that's where I bought. It's sort of like a return home. And a gentleman saying here on email saying, I caught you this week. He caught me saying Monday, Tuesday. He said he caught it earlier in the week.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I heard you say it.
Wow.
And he said, and nothing about you, your voice, nothing about it have I caught reminds me that you're a
It was the only
Philly
time
person.
I've heard it.
And he said, you said it earlier in the week. And I went, that's the first words I've heard him say that made him sound like he had that Philly accent.
Christina's going to hear it and be like, who are you?
And Jamaican Christina comes out when she wants it to. When she's she's pissed.
Right.
When she's pissed.
All right.
Jamaican Christina comes out. And then they speak the patois.
So Delco John will come out.
Do you know the patois?
No.
That's the
I went to
like
school
the
with a
Jamaican.
patois.
It's like a Jamaican language. It's part dialect, part language. Like there's words. And if you piss off a Jamaican, I guarantee you're going to hear the patois will come out. And because people will constantly say to her, you're Jamaican? You're not Jamaican.
Interesting.
And she's like, there are white people in Jamaica. She's literally like, people look at her and go, because she looks like Mrs. Kardashian. She looks like Kris Jenner.
Okay.
Like Kris Jenner looked to her.
Yeah.
And and people will literally look at her and go, you're not. She tells them she's from Jamaica. You're not from Jamaica. It's like, yeah,
I am.
And then she can speak and like at rapid fire, and then there's danger. All right.
I just got told that the store is still there at Oxford Valley Mall by Jared Miller on Twitter. That makes me happy.
I've seen Jared at the mall.
Jared Miller?
I've seen Jared at the mall. Doesn't Jared have a store at the mall?
Oh, that's
Jared at the mall. It said so do that. All right, we're right here. I would go to Steven Singer myself. That would be what I would be thinking about. Hey, the Phillies are off to a great start in spring training. At least offensively, we're seeing some things from some players which get you pretty excited. But let the raising of expectations begin. Because as a longtime Philadelphia fan, I know this is what we do. Every year at Eagles camp, there's some player out of nowhere. Nobody knows his name before camp. During camp, everybody thinks he's going to be the next star player on the team. And by the end of camp, we realize, no, he can't play. Is it rational? No. Is it fun? Absolutely. It's fun to sort of dream. I don't pay attention to preseason game results in football or baseball. I don't care what happens in meaningless exhibitions. Yet, I find myself getting a little more interested when I hear Mickey Moniak has a couple of home runs. Because it's better to have hope, and it's better to have dreams, and more importantly, if Mickey Moniak gets trashed all the time for being an underachiever, I want to hear when there's good that he gets a little pub when something's good. I'm okay with it, as long as it's rational, with balance, and with intelligence. But how much better would all of our summers be if the Phillies continue relevance into the fall? What if we have June and July and August where we're waiting for the next Phillies series before we have to turn our attention to the Eagles? Well, wait a minute. Maybe we need the Phillies to be really good into the fall to distract from the Eagles. But whatever it is, spring training or not, a man can dream. That's where we begin the 9 o'clock hour with Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan, and the coach, Eric Camille. The final hour of the week here on the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Bob, I love the idea of dreaming. And I see no harm in people being like, oh, yeah, Mickey Moniak, he had 2 home runs, now people are going to talk about it. Look, if I'm ever going to go on the radio and say, and I have, that I'm very disappointed on what I think Mickey Moniak looks like he has been, then I better sure as hell be on this microphone saying when he has 2 home runs, point out and go, hey, that looks positive.
Sure.
I mean, be balanced, right? Be fair about it.
And that's fair. But my biggest dreams of this team right now surround Alec Boehm.
He's fantastic.
I mean, he's only in his second year.
Is it dreaming
and it's not
with him?
No, I think he's real.
Well, we talk about this all the time. We can't anoint.
I got you.
We can't. So,
But the thing is, though, nobody's anointing.
But what does your gut say?
Well, dreaming of my gut says that this guy is a really good hitter.
So just ride it.
Yeah. So I'm dreaming of him being this and better for years and years to come. I guess that's my dream. But
see, well, then that's where I think things get a little off the rails. Years and years and years. Just say that he has made an amazing. He looked like he belonged. He looked like he belonged as much as any young player I've seen in a Phillies uniform in forever.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
And the hope is he's a cornerstone piece for the next 10, 11 years with Bryce Harper. Like, the hope is he's right there batting 3-4 with Harper for the next 10 years.
The 2-out hitting from Alec Boehm last year was
phenomenal.
Unbelievable.
For a young player.
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
Is absolutely awesome. Do I expect that there could be a little bit of a downturn or bump on the road? Absolutely.
Sure, there only can be, probably.
Because the adjustments are going to come.
Yeah, they have a book on him now. But the fact that in clutch situations last year, 2 strike hits that he got, it was incredible. His presence at the plate, you can look at average and you can look at home runs and RBIs, but if you watch just his presence at the plate in key situations, for a rookie, I thought was just off the charts.
The idea is, too, is like you don't want to go overboard, because I saw a much bigger sample size of a guy in Jeff Francoeur who got the cover of Sports Illustrated with a picture taken called The Natural.
Yeah.
And Jeff's career ended way prematurely to that, and he's now a broadcaster.
He was here for a little bit.
He loved being here.
And he's a good player. I mean,
he was tagged The Natural.
Yeah.
Because of the way his career started.
That's tough to live up to.
Absolutely.
I mean, when you get put on a Sports Illustrated cover as The Natural, I can't imagine the pressure that comes with that. I don't think Alec Boehm's anywhere near anything like that, but it's been such. Again, Philly has such a low bar sometimes. Like, that's why Carter Hart got anointed.
It also gets our boy Pat Egan into games. If we had the bar too high.
So the bar is so low right now that we don't really have any Phillies cornerstone pieces. Like Rhys Hoskins, is he getting angry?
No.
Like Rhys Hoskins is
my favorite player.
Eddie Goodell, yeah.
So can he be the cornerstone? I mean, it's kind of a low bar in terms of homegrown farm talent right now.
I just I'm excited for Mickey Moniak.
Yeah.
There are so many people that will line up to trash him.
Exactly.
That when he has the 2 home run game, those same people who want to trash him say, oh, yeah, you're going to get all excited about Mickey Moniak. Yeah, because you're trashing him for games you don't even watch.
I call this sports hipsterdom.
Because these people are trashing Mickey Moniak for games they have never watched.
Yeah,
they're not watching A-ball, double A. They're not watching it.
Those people drive me to support.
Yes.
Like, I will be like,
absolutely.
Adam Hazley and Mickey Moniak to me. Enough people talk bad about them.
Adam Hazley I've seen at the major league level.
You haven't seen
he can't
that
get a
much.
ball in the air.
I hear you, but
I've seen him at the major league
people
level.
hate on him so much that it drives me to defend him a little bit. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you that Adam Hazley's the future of the team or a future All-Star.
People I heard host on the station stumping for Adam Hazley.
His name's Pat Egan.
No.
Really?
No, I've heard the
opposite.
I heard
mostly.
I heard some on. I think Tyrone is a huge wanted to see what Adam Hazley.
I don't even think he's a starter, but if he's a bench bat outfielder for you, I think that's.
But the thing is, you can't have a bench outfield bat that can't get the ball in the air.
Well,
he's still pretty young.
He's had half a season at the plate.
Yeah,
he's had 300 at bats.
Bob,
So
wait a minute.
no, I'm not.
Wait a minute though. Bob, when you come up from the minor leagues, you can still get a ball in the air. You might not hit for average.
You can also get better.
But you can actually get a ball into the air. That's my problem with it. To be able to go, we need a sacrifice fly. You need somebody.
Much like people annoying, aren't you giving up too early?
I could be. I mean, it's just I've seen enough to
It's
say.
the opposite to the Carter Hart
all
thing.
of a sudden he's going to pick up a skill set that he does not have.
You can develop that, right?
To get a ball in the air by the time you get to the major leagues.
Yeah, I'm not going to say he can or can't do something after 300
He's a
at
ground
bats.
ball hitter. Like it seems like it. I mean, there's no evidence to the contrary.
I need to see 600 more at bats.
Yeah,
from
I'm not
him
putting
to
my
really form an opinion.
Checking account on it that he's going to be a good player, but I'm certainly not making any ruling.
It's not about him being a good player. My assessment that I'm drawing is that he's a ground ball hitter. That he doesn't get the ball in the air.
And it's probably more likely that you're right.
Because that was in minor league baseball. That was the rep.
But who knows?
At the major league level, it's the rep.
The right hitting coach, the right off season. Maybe there's a change in the plane of your bat. Something's, it's possible.
If you haven't shown it in the minor leagues,
I hear you,
and your stint in the major leagues,
yeah,
all of a sudden the light switch is going
to go
off.
But I still have the hope flickering.
And again, it's not that he's going to be a bad player; it's that you got to be able to get the ball in the air.
Yeah,
I think it's to be somebody like that. Pat's got his Adam Hazley jersey on today.
I do, because after 300 bats, I'm not giving up on a guy.
It's not about giving up. It's not about giving up. It's about his reputation at the end, doing the Jamie. You're doing the Jamie on us. Hey, getting you moving starts with keeping you safe. So no matter what life throws your way, check out our friends at Rothman Orthopedics. They can help you get past pain and be what you once were. Visit RothmanOrtho.com. Bob, you were stretching out the back earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
Is it season up on you? Because I can send you over to Rothman.
That'll probably be in my future.
In the future?
Yeah, it probably
Is it shoulder?
will be.
Is it back?
No, I have 2 herniated discs. So,
oh my gosh.
No, just wear and tear. And sometimes I think I may overcompensate in my movement. So it'll lead to maybe some tightness in the back. So that just leads to me having to walk out in the hall and stretch a little bit.
If you've been listening today, you might be winning Flyers tickets to go to a Flyers game on Tuesday versus the Buffalo Sabres. Know the show. You have to be listening to pick up some tips along the way because there's going to be a question and someone is going to have a chance to win Flyers tickets coming up today. So, draft lines tonight. Jamie and Devon, 6 to 7 p.m. right here in the Fanatic. Yeah. So
yeah, looking forward. I love my Friday nights with Devon. It's a fun hour of radio and it buzzes by.
And it buzzes on by.
You know what? I love it because we order out on Fridays.
Oh, okay.
That's our support the local businesses. So I drive out to get it at 6:00 and I hear those 2 numbnuts on there. And it makes me know that my weekend is starting.
Don't drag Devon down to my level.
Now,
I'm the
Devon,
numbnuts.
yes,
He's the straight guy.
Who's your producer?
Tyler usually.
That's who I'm talking about, you and Tyler.
And Zuli too? Man, what a collection of...
Yeah, it is the start to the weekend for me. I really feel that.
Yeah, but here's the good thing is, Bob, you know with those 3, you know that it's not Jeopardy. You know you're not watching Jeopardy. Hey, if you're driving less, you could be saving more on car insurance. So, Bob, think about this when you're out running the roads. Save money with paper mile insurance from Allstate. Call a local Allstate agent and get your quote today. Okay, in Cooney's Corner, the most controversial name right now in Philadelphia sports.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Yeah, we talked last week about Odubel Herrera, probably 2 weeks ago, and how should they handle it. And, I think we kind of came to the conclusion that his personal life appears to have been fixed in the way that he married the girl that he, allegedly abused. Yeah, she didn't press charges. They are together. That is a personal thing. Look, none of us can stand it, but it is a personal thing. If it's rectified with her, we said, does he deserve a second chance to have a professional life? Yes, everybody,
Yes.
yeah. Whether it's here or not was the question. And yesterday, he has another good game at the plate yesterday.
He smacked that first one.
Yeah, I think we all said it before, and I know at least I did, that I don't want his performance on the field to be the decision by the Phillies of what they're going to do or not.
You don't?
Like, I want you to I forget baseball. I hope that they have talked to him, and I'm sure they have. And if they have come to the solution of, okay, you're sorry, you deserve a second chance.
He was addressing the team yesterday.
Right.
He did. He just did full squad yesterday.
Here's my little worry here, is that the Phillies are letting him play out and being like, oh, yeah, let's just hope he plays well so that we can trade him. I just want him to be open and honest with this thing, and I think they should be with us. Look, we've talked to him, and he's told us this, and we are behind him. He hates what he did. We hate what he did. But he has made justifications in his life and blah, blah, blah. We're moving forward. If he's good enough to make the team, he's going to make the team. I hope there's no gray area there is probably what I'm saying.
It's completely gray.
All I got to tell you is that, first of all, the commentary on this story has flat out appalled me because of the fact that I am somebody who believes that there are redemption stories.
Sure.
And I don't believe redemption stories come with a bunch of conditions, especially when people are inserting themselves into private matters. Do I in any way advocate any kind of domestic violence? No. In fact, I would speak very, very much about it and against it. And a lot of people have incidents where they know of this going on in their lives. What I would say is I am not going to insert myself into a man's marriage.
Right.
I'm not going to assume that I know anything about their relationship. And I'm also not going to be someone who says, they can be forgiven conditionally. We're not going to forgive them here. Get out of my sight, and then we'll forgive you. I don't get it. I don't get the moralism. I don't get the moralism on it. I don't get I don't. And to me, it's ear splitting, mind numbing. Turn off the television. Turn off the radio when I hear it.
We have no clue. Us here in these seats, we have no clue. The only thing I can gauge it on is if those closest to him, those that know him on a personal level, friends, family, teammates, her, if they forgive and want to give him a second chance, that's good enough for me because that's the only way I can judge what the situation is.
Worst thing I've heard, and to me it is flat out, I know what the word, it's flat out jackassery.
Mm-hmm.
Is when confronted with, they're together. They've been through years of counseling.
And he's done his work.
Their relationship,
yeah.
he's done his work, everything. And I hear, well, abused women stay with the men that abuse them. Like, what the blank are you talking about? First of all, I mean, yes, that is something that we've heard about.
Mm-hmm.
That sometimes abused women stay with the men who abuse them. We've absolutely heard that. But to make a blanket assumption like that about a relationship you know damn well nothing about, and you insert yourself in it, it's like, well, abused women stay with their abusers. No, you freaking can't say that. You cannot say 100% of women who are abused stay with the men who abuse them. You can't say that. That's ridiculous. It's asinine. And more importantly, what the hell business of it is of yours?
Yeah.
You don't know the relationship.
And that's kind of my point here, is that whatever the decision the Phillies are looking to make, they need to be open and honest about it.
Yes.
I think behind closed doors, they probably are with Odubel. I hope they are. I hope that he's being, more than anything, open and honest with everyone involved in this. And then whatever course you decide to move on to, all of these little fractions that we're talking about, John, they kind of go away.
Yes.
Because everybody's out in the open about it. That's all I'm kind of wishing for. I don't want this to be a case where it comes back bad, like, where it comes back with the feeling of, well, since he played well, that's all they were looking for. He could play well so they could ship him and do that business move thing. This is more than a business move type thing.
I also am very wary of people who put conditions on second chances or levels of, I need to see you jump through these 3 hoops before I'll give you a second chance. To me, that always bothers me.
I got to be honest. If he's on the team, I'm not going to feel great about it.
No, it's not a great feeling.
You don't have
But
exactly.
yeah, I mean, I think the same people that'll probably be saying jump through hoops were cheering for Mike Vick when he was kind of on an MVP type run there for a little bit.
We brought about it.
It's different circumstances. I think the likely scenario here is...
I said, how about Allen Iverson?
We all I'm not going to go on the list, but I think...
I mean, seriously, you say, Allen Iverson's a legend in this town, right? So, Odubel Herrera, bad. Allen Iverson, good? I don't know. The selective morality, to me, is just... It's fascinating. Guess what? Everybody deserves a second chance. I really believe. If you show remorse and you try to correct them, you'll be corrective of your actions. And guess what? It's not my job to say to you, well, I don't even know you, and I don't know their circumstances, and I don't know the relationship, but I want to lay out these little hoops I want you to jump for to get my approval.
Yeah.
Guess what? Don't worry about people. Don't worry about people's approval, because you're never going to get it, because they don't want to give it to you.
Yeah, I think he's going to play well enough to make this team.
I think he is too.
It's going to be a whole different...
I think he is too.
And that's how you get out in front of it if you're the Phillies. Like, be open and honest with your fans. Like, once you talk to Odubel enough and you've come to a decision, I think the best way to get rid of a lot of the side talk and allow everyone to heal is to just be out front and open about it.
I would always think, too, is that I'm a believer in, and I don't mean to offend anybody, I'm a believer in God's grace, and I'm also a believer that if I ever did need a second chance, I sure as well hope that I'm dealing with people that will say, John, we know you, we know the person you've been, we know this, and would say, we're willing to give you a
Humans
second
make
chance.
mistakes.
Yep. Yeah, they do. They really do. There you go. Remember Jamie and Devon tonight at 6. So no, right here on The Fanatic. That would be that's worth your while.
Oh, yeah.
It's worth your while.
On my way
Draft
to the
lines
pizza
tonight.
place.
So you have pizza tonight, eh?
Usually.
What percentage of people do you think get pizza on Friday night? Like 50%?
Well, during Lent, it even goes higher.
Yeah.
When we got Joe's.
I'm doing sushi tonight.
When we got Joe's, that was a big deal.
Joe's?
What ordered out?
Joe's was our pizza.
We never ordered out when I grew up.
We were Friday night pizza night.
It was a big deal when Joe's came. That was the night that my parents went out to dinner. When they were going out on once a month date night to with other couples to dinner, we got Joe's.
Nice.
And that was awesome. Can't wait for that. All right, we got around a half hour to go. You're going to have a chance to win Flyers tickets. So if you've been listening, you want to be listening because you're going to have a chance to win Flyers tickets coming up. And the drunkest fans in sports, in baseball, Jamie would like to contest the data. And believe me, he's one of them. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. So you're looking to save money in your budget. Okay, you're trying to figure out, how can I cut some money out of the budget? How can I save some money? But I need wireless service that's going to be dependable, and I want to be able to save in different ways. Well, how about this? What if I told you you could get 2 lines, and you could get unlimited data, and you could get Netflix for free? If you're in the 55 Plus Club, you can. It's called Magenta 55 Plus, and it includes Netflix. That's right. 2 lines, unlimited data, $70 a month. And that is not $70 me telling you that and then them throwing fees on it and taxes and everything that makes it like $93. It's $70. It's flat. 2 lines, unlimited data, and Netflix. I want you to visit T-Mobile.com/55 or call 1-800-T-Mobile today to take advantage of this great opportunity. T-Mobile has got this great deal for you, and no matter what your age, you're going to love T-Mobile. Check it out. Tell them John Kincade said.
The John Kincade Show. Wow, getting drunk in the morning on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
What's for dinner, you ask? At Wawa, we've got the answer, no matter what you're craving. Because Wawa now has dinner. Every day starting at 4 p.m., you'll find crave-worthy dinner options that will make everyone happy. Like fettuccine Alfredo, kids' meals, delicious Angus burgers, French fries, and more. Choose in-store, curbside, or delivery. Wawa dinner. Sounds good.
Come in from the cold for something hot and comforting from Wawa. Savor the handcrafted salty sweetness of a toasted caramel crunch latte. Topped with a caramel drizzle and crunchy caramelized sugar. Or cozy up to the warm, inviting vanilla sugar and spice aromas of our new cinnamon bun coffee, bursting with a delicious fresh baked flavor. Treat yourself and try them both this winter to create your very own getaway to deliciousness. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hey, it's Anthony Gargano. Did you ever hear a commercial on the radio and wonder what would it be like if it were my business? What would that sound like on the air? Well, look, 97.5 The Fanatic is offering area business owners the chance to experience how their company would be portrayed in a radio commercial. Produced for you by our experienced creative team. This is amazing, and you're going to love it. All you have to do is go to 975thefanatic.com, click on the free radio commercial banner, and tell us about your company. We'll take the info, we'll tell your story. Let 97.5 The Fanatic demonstrate the fun, flexibility, and the power of radio advertising. Get started right now at 975thefanatic.com.
Making Moves is brought to you by LinkedIn Jobs.
Every player matters, and finding the right person can make all of the difference. After Dwight Howard chose Orlando over New Jersey, the Nets turned their sights to Portland and completed a trade for small forward Gerald Williams. The trade included sending Mamet Okor, Sean Williams, and a first-round pick to Portland. That first-round pick, the 6th overall, turned into Damian Lillard. Lillard went on to win the Rookie of the Year and is a 5-time NBA All-Star.
Build your winning team today. Go to linkedin.com/sports.
As the basketball season rolls along, teams are already identifying the missing pieces they need to make a championship run. If your business needs some fresh new talent, LinkedIn Jobs can help. Post a job with targeted screening questions, and LinkedIn will quickly get your role in front of qualified candidates. Manage job posts and contact candidates from a single view as functions are streamlined onto one simple screen. Post a job for free at linkedin.com/sports. That's linkedin.com/sports. Terms and conditions apply.
This Snow Country Ski Report is brought to you by Indeed. Hiring? Start finding the right people right away. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
We're staying on the cold side from now through the weekend. That means the trails will be on the firmer, faster side. And of course, groomers are doing their job each night with those power tillers, keeping that snow smooth and loose. This is the time to get your skis a tune-up. You want them sharp so you can make your best turns on groomed loose and frozen granular. Spring Mountain looking at 7 runs under the lights till 9 tonight with Bear Creek. 23 trails, 100% open and plenty of tubing as well. Shawnee Mountain will head into the weekend with 20 runs, over 85% of their trails with the ropes dropped today, and Blue Mountain with around 38 runs, plenty of wide open steeps and cruisers. Camelback good to go with around 39 runs. Tasty corduroy grooves all around. Elk Mountain, all 27 trails. Smuggler's Notch, Vermont, where family fun is guaranteed at the #1 kid-friendly resort in the East. More at snowcountry.com.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering supplies and solutions for every industry, with 24/7 support and experienced staff at over 250 local branches. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Good morning, privates! Good morning, Drill Sergeant! I mean, seriously, what a pleasant morning. The sun is shining and the birds are chirping. You seem to be in a good mood today. Astute observation.
He's probably happy because he found out Honey Nut Cheerios can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet.
They're even shaped like hearts. So, in lieu of the obstacle course today, I propose a nice meditative nature walk. Does that sound delightful to everyone? Yes, Drill Sergeant!
Happy Heart Shapes are back for a limited time. Learn more about Honey Nut Cheerios by picking up a box at your local store.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? You're probably looking for some fuel treatment. It cleans your fuel system to help your engine run smoother, and that means better gas mileage. Right now, you can get 2 bottles of Lucas Complete Fuel Treatment for just $8, plus a $1 bonus reward if you're an AutoZone Rewards member. Not a member? Don't worry. We can sign you up fast right here or on AutoZone.com. Getting the job done just got easier. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Let me be straight with you. This is a radio commercial for 3 small business insurance. With 3, your entire business is covered. So while you can't see the following scene, just know that this contractor's business is protected by 3.
Hey, toss me that drill. Yeah, man. Heads up. Oh, that looks expensive.
Now this is an insurance moment. But 3's got it covered. 3 is a product of Berkshire Hathaway Direct Insurance Company. 3, no nonsense, just common sense.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on radio.com. Live.
Hey guys, Bob Cooney here, and you know what you need to do? You need to make your sports watching experience more exciting and bet all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge Casino. FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Their app is simple to use. They've got great odds, unique bet types like same-game parlay, and exclusive always-on promotions. And if you win, they get you your winnings in as little as 24 hours. They have live betting and the best odds boosts and specials. And right now, you can place your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. Place a bet on any game, and FanDuel will refund you up to $1,000 back if you don't win your first bet. All you have to do is place any bet you want. If you win, you keep the cash. If you lose, you'll get your entire bet up to $1,000 back in sight credit. Now, I had Ben Simmons in the over the other night. The over of what? Well, it was the over of total of points, rebounds, and assists. I came up a little bit short, but there's so many different things and fun things you can find on basketball, hockey, whatever you want. You can even do futures bets on baseball. So download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started, and be sure to sign up with promo code Bob. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code Bob. Must be 21 or older and present in New Jersey or Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only. Site credit is non-withdrawable and expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
There is nothing bougie about this show. Look, I'm the only guy in here from Delco.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Let's get down to business. Right here. Thanks for hanging out with us. John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. We got a lot of things on our plate before we get out of here today on a Friday, which gets people very excited. It's Friday.
I'm excited.
Bob's very excited.
Yeah.
He's feeling it. He's feeling some excitement about
my daughter's
Friday.
excited to nap later, so I can get a good nap in. Then I'll be excited.
Wow, you're the fun team.
Yesterday was the first day. As you know, I've been doing... I do it anyway, but I write. I write stuff all the time. But I've been trying to do that Adam Schefter thing. That
little
Schefter
journal?
about journaling.
Oh, right.
But I only can end up doing like a paragraph. Like sort of about my day.
That's okay.
I think that's all you need.
So I went back yesterday and I figured out yesterday was the first day I wrote in the thing. I said, this is the first day in like a week that I was able to take a nap in the afternoon. So then I decided to go back and say, why did I couldn't sleep on the other day. Could not sleep one of the afternoons. Absolutely couldn't do it. Nothing would get me tired. Then I read it was the day I drank the Coke. I couldn't sleep that day.
How about that?
Because I'd had my iced tea.
The Coke coffee.
And I had the Coke coffee. And I said, I can't sleep today.
That's funny.
But I'd forgotten about doing the Coke coffee.
How about that?
See?
Now, do other people's names make your journal? Or is it just like your thoughts of yourself?
Oh, no. Something like
Keep
that.
my name out your mouth.
Well, among the four of us, besides yourself, whose name do you think has appeared in your journal most?
Pat Egan's.
Pat Egan's went in yesterday.
Oh.
Pat Egan's went in yesterday.
His journal.
Pat went in yesterday for because I said genuinely the most amazing bit of like production around this show. That
Name Dropper.
Was Name Dropper, and I had previously referenced Cuz or Love.
Okay.
So I mentioned that Pat Egan in my journal was because he reminds me very much of one of my old coworkers who I love very much, and that I said, there.
That's him.
That's what I see in Pat Egan. I said this, and I once treated one of my coworkers like an a-hole about something, and I wrote his name down. And I wrote his name down, and I finally got to talk to him about it and said I sort of feel like I sort of treated like an a-hole about it, and was able to just say,
how was he when you said that to him? Was he all right?
He was very open. Yeah.
Oh, that was nice of him. Sounds like a good guy.
He even took some of the blame on himself too.
Oh,
so
wow,
it was
that's
good.
nice.
So there you go. So, Pat, if I wanted to wager with UFC,
yes,
I may be looking for some insights. Do you got any for us?
I have 1 minute worth. Are you ready?
Oh, 1 minute's perfect.
Can I say
go?
Before we start, don't take the same side of any bet. Please.
Oh, you mean like how you did with the Super Bowl, but you were stupid enough not to listen to your own advice?
Yeah,
but I didn't take the other
got it.
bet.
Okay,
Okay,
now
can I say go?
Now it's becoming a minute 15.
Ready?
Ready? Go.
Go.
It's
All right, UFC 259 this Saturday. Main card starts at 10, ESPN Plus. It is worth buying, okay? So we'll start off with some of the prelims. Local guy Sean Brady, he is a problem. He fights Jake Matthews. Love Sean Brady in that one. A couple of flyweights, Tim Elliott versus Jordan Espinosa. That's always a fun fight with Tim Elliott's fights. Joseph Benavidez tries to get back in the win column against Askar Askarov. Love Askar Askarov in that one. That's a fun name to say. Song Yadong, another fun name to say. I like him to defeat Kyler Phillips. Dominic Cruz, former champion, faces Casey Kenny. I got a big thing for Casey Kenny. I have a fat head on my wall. We move on to the main card. We've got Thiago Santos versus Alexander Rakic. I like Thiago Santos in that one. Then we've got Islam Makhachev. He wins on that. Peter Yan versus Aljamain Sterling. Tae Yan. Amanda Nunes will win on that one. And then finally, Israel Adesanya defeats Jan Blachowicz in the main event. And I still got 10 seconds left. So once again, you've got Thiago Santos, Islam Makhachev, Peter Yan, Amanda Nunes, and Israel Adesanya to win.
And this is one to buy.
Wow.
This one is one to buy.
Hey, now, the weird thing, first of all, that was
3 title fights.
Okay, that was better than your last one.
Yes.
I thought my last one was all right because I actually ended with I didn't have any time left.
I think that was better than your last one.
What do you know?
Because I think too you also led with the most important thing.
Worthy
this one's
of
worth buying.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a really good.
It was better than your last. Like neither have been good, but it was better than your last one.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. No, I love the
Always keep me
UFC
honest.
minutes.
You may have to put that in your journal. So be listening. Flyers tickets are going to be available for you in around 10 minutes. So keep listening here. In the linchpin, Jamie Lynch says, as a drunk, there's some false data out there.
Is the linchpin.
Always drink responsibly.
As a hoagie man.
Yes. I feel like I can speak to this because it's a vein of mine, a main vein. I love tailgating, having a beer in the sun at Citizens Bank Park.
Oh.
That's a happy place for me.
It's great. It's fun.
And I like my beers. And I can have a lot of them.
Yes,
and
you
responsibly.
Can. Drink responsibly.
Because I'm a large man.
Yeah,
because I used to pick you up all the time.
Yeah, there was
to go to
that,
games.
and then I always
Yes.
took Ubers and Lyfts. So
There
as
you
long as
go.
you're doing it responsibly, have a good time. Don't puke on anyone. Don't be a pain in the ass. And don't curse if you're drunk in a stadium.
Yes.
That is a big thing.
Big thing.
It's a family environment, people. So the study came out yesterday. I believe it's the same study earlier that our Twitter poll referenced. Online gambling. It's a data outsourcing.
Okay.
So they broke down the booziest baseball fans. And it goes on average money spent on alcohol at a game, and then it breaks it down even further, average drinks per game for your average fan.
Correct.
So I open up this list. I'm assuming Phillies are going to be top 10 team. We like to drink here. And I scroll and I don't see him. I see, here's the top 10 starting in order, and you can speak to number 2 as an Albuquerque
The
native.
Albuquerque Braves?
Yeah, the Isotopes.
Yes.
Chicago White Sox come in first. The average fan spends $46 a game, coming out to 4.2 drinks. Number 2, Atlanta Braves. They spend on average $32, which comes out to 4 drinks per game. Then it goes Reds, Indians, Padres, Rockies, Nationals, Orioles, Tigers. I'm going, where the hell are the Phillies? Keep scrolling all the way down the list. In last place, your Philadelphia Phillies. The average Phillies fan spends $23 on alcohol a game for an average of 2.4 drinks per game. Now, at first I was offended because I was like, I've seen different in Citizens Bank Park. And then a lot of tweeters told me what it is.
What is it?
We're so good at economically drinking in this town. Our tailgate scene, you don't go into the stadium without a buzz and spend all your money. We're fiscally responsible in this town.
That's a really good point.
We have great tailgate scenes. And as somebody that's traveled the country and hit the majority of
Their
NFL
baseball
stadiums.
tailgating for Phillies is as good as it gets.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
It's
It's
as
my
good as it
favorite.
gets.
It's probably my favorite tailgate because it's usually warm, sunshine.
Okay.
I think we're such fiscally responsible drinkers in this town that we flip this chart upside down on its head.
I agree, and I think that's exactly the explanation.
I think if you took a blood alcohol level of these people, the Phillies would be number 1, but we'd spend the less. So I think we're the smartest.
Drunk, but there we go.
I think we're the smartest drinkers in the country.
Let me ask you this, because I have been benefited enough that when I've gone to Phillies games in Citizens Bank Park, I've sat in the sections where you can get food and beverage in the air conditioning, and then you go out and you sit.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't just sat in the stands.
Hall of Fame Club.
I cannot wait to sit. I cannot wait to sit in the stands and just sit and watch a game.
Oh, it's the
It's going to be
best.
awesome. Okay. I know how the Albuquerque Braves do it.
Yeah, they're second on the list.
It's ungodly expensive. And how much does that pay into it? They are ungodly expensive. But the thing is, they're like you, Jamie, though. They have all the microbrews.
That's awesome.
And they've got all the...
the Phillies Stadium.
They're pretty good.
They probably have...
Do they have do you have like a bourbon bar?
You can find
a bourbon bar in the stadium?
I don't know if there's a bourbon-specific bar.
They have like a bourbon bar.
But you can probably get
gin.
40 different beers in Citizens Bank Park, if I had to guess.
Okay, so it's the same type of thing.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be that.
So we're just fiscally responsible drinkers.
Smarter.
We're smarter.
Because when it seemed strange. It seems strange to me.
I love how Jamie says, you don't go into a game without a buzz.
See, I do.
Well, me. I'm talking personally.
Like you and I went to a game. We had that company thing for a game, and we did stop at the outdoor and maybe have one or two.
Wait a minute, we do that?
We had an outing, a company outing.
We did that.
Really?
Yeah, I hope it continues with. We'll see what the ticket allotment is this
Coach.
year in terms of percentage of stadium. But yeah, we usually do a Beasley outing. It's fun.
Yeah, afternoon game.
Okay, well, what I want to do is afternoon games, and I've already made this. As soon as we open up tickets, that we'll have a tradition on our show.
I think you know a rep.
Where we will, I do know a very tall,
rep.
strapping, good-looking guy rep. He's great. He's related to me, so he'd have to be good-looking. I say that we take listeners to have a contest, and each
get one
each day game.
Oh, cool.
We take listeners, a group of listeners with us.
I'd love that
to go to the day game, and we go to the business person specials.
Oh yeah,
we get off the air. And then we go down and we hang out with some listeners.
Love it.
I can't wait to do it.
No, me neither.
I can't wait to be able to go to games. I'm losing my mind not being around stadiums.
Yeah.
It's honestly it's been the worst thing for me that's been taken away from it.
To me, it's the anticipation of knowing that I can't even go.
Right.
If I wanted to is just horrible.
Yeah, knowing and not knowing what lays in store. That's the best part of going to sports, right? You walk in and
fun.
You can see anything. And we all have waited over a year to watch sports in person.
Watching it on TV is not the same.
So someone else's theory, and I want to see if you guys buy this, is that the Phillies crowd, from their experience going to a lot of baseball stadiums, tends to air more family and younger. And he thought that would contribute to these numbers.
Yes. I think the family crowd at the Phillies, the Phillies crowds are completely different than Eagle crowds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. God, yeah.
Completely different.
Their customer service, we took a fairly newborn one day, and the service we got from people like, oh, there's a breastfeeding room over here. If it's too hot for you, here's an air conditioner. Like, they didn't, it wasn't like Jamie from The Fanatic was going. It was just Joe Average walking in the door.
It was rude.
And they treated us great.
It was rude of the guy, though, to send you to the breastfeeding room. I think that was very rude of
Look at those nipples.
Look at those. It was the nipples that distracted him. Hey, real estate
you like
developers.
That side boob? You shouldn't. That's my side boob.
Real estate developers, Spring Garden Lending specializes in bridge loans to acquire, rehab, construct, and refinance investment properties. And they're now offering 30-year fixed-rate permanent financing. Spring Garden Lending, faster than a bank and cheaper than alternative lenders. Some of those alternative lenders out there. I'm going to make sure.
Have you ever tried breast milk?
No.
Let's say side boob.
I got duped into it once.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I think you told me the story there.
Yeah. My buddy, I got some sick buddies.
Repulsive as repulsive as anything.
Yeah.
Darius Slay reworked his contract. The Eagles have picked up $9.14 million in cap space.
Oh, nice move.
Darius Slay reworked his contract, which just means Darius Slay either delayed getting money
or he just got
took
more
it up
today.
Yeah.
Like,
that's why the salary cap's kind of fake.
Like, can you imagine that direct deposit?
No.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Have you seen Jennifer Slay?
I would go through a drive-through with the check. Like,
you'd want the hard check.
I talk to that with players sometimes. You ever think of that just to say, like, all right, I don't want direct deposits because I want to go get my check every 2 weeks that comes out to be $1.3 million and just go through drive-through and sign it and see what happens.
Did you guys ever hear the story of Ricky Henderson?
No.
He got $1 million check and then with the Oakland A's. And the accountant about a year later realized it wasn't cash. So they called up Ricky and said, Ricky, what's the deal, man? Why didn't you cash the check? And he said, oh, I have it framed here.
Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, my God, that's really dumb. That is a great story, though.
But how much money do you have to have already in the bank where you don't notice that the $1 million that check that you got wasn't deposited?
You will do is Shaq would play Paycheck Chicken with you. And he'll play Paycheck Chicken and say, what do you got? I'll say, what do you got in your pocket there? What is that? And he goes, it's a check. I'll say, who's it's a check from? I'll say, the general. And he'll go, want to play Paycheck Chicken? I'll give you this check. You give me your last paycheck.
See, I would play that 100% of the time.
You can get screwed sometimes.
Even Shaq's small checks are probably pretty nice. I can tell you one
time, a check with an advertiser,
and you believe he will actually, when he plays that game, he means it. He'll fork over the check.
$637,000 check.
Oh, and you said no?
I said no. Yeah, because I didn't know what the check was.
He would give you $630,000.
I can tell you this: he's very strange. You go and you never know. You eat with Shaq. He asks. So this is a heads up for when Shaq comes to Philly. When you go to eat with Shaq, he asks the server at the end of the meal when the check comes, "What do you want as a tip?"
Wow. Because I waited tables a long time.
They go,
I don't know how I'd handle that.
15%, 20%. And he's like, what do you want?
Has anybody just said like $5,000?
No, but I've seen. I saw a young lady once say, "Oh, I'll take $200," and he peeled off 2 100s and gave it to her.
So
if he ever asks you, just say what. And don't be an idiot.
Right.
But I think like he'll give the tip and
see. I might jokingly be like, "How about $5,000, big fella?"
All right, Coach is getting nervous. We got to get to business here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The Parks Casino Sportsbook app is awesome. You can download it at parkscasino.com/PA and use the promo code Fanatic. Feels like I'm on Mission Impossible, like debunking a bomb.
Yeah, but see, he's in my direct sight as opposed to you guys, so I get the heat of let's go.
I saw the waving.
He's all anti in his pants.
Here's your question. The Know the Show question that will get you to the Flyers and the Buffalo Sabres on Tuesday night.
Which will be a win. Should be a win.
Okay?
Could be a win.
If you've been listening to the show, what sport has the angriest Twitter followers? It came from an earlier part of our show today. What sport has the angriest Twitter followers? Connor knows what sport because he doesn't listen to the show. He just answers the phones. 610-632-0975. We said it earlier in the show. What sport has the angriest Twitter followers? Call us now at 610-632-0975. And if you can answer who has the angriest Twitter followers from earlier in the show, I believe it was a linchpin.
It was indeed.
It was the subject of a linchpin. So there it is. There's your question. You want to make sure that you get it, and Connor is going to screen some calls right now. We'll hopefully have a winner. By the way, I want to tell you again to our friends at Natural Lawn of America, they're absolutely awesome. The official lawn care company of spring and the safer alternative in lawn care for your kids and your pets. Schedule a full-service program to get free seeding every year and peace of mind. Call 800-FREE-SEED. Natural Lawn of America. Greener grass, fewer weeds, guaranteed. Now, unfortunately, the people on YouTube are all really loyal listeners.
Yeah.
We're going to do a contest just for YouTube.
Yep, we already talked about it, had a meeting on it.
But we gave you out the phone number. You have the answer. So Matt in the Northeast knows the answer. Matt.
Hey, what's up, John? This is Matty P. calling. Always message you on Twitter.
Oh, thanks, Matt.
The answer is Gus, and I was listening on YouTube all morning.
All right, Matt. Way to go, buddy. Matt, you're going to be going to see the Flyers on Tuesday night with a friend.
Sounds good.
How about that? Good job.
Oh, that's awesome.
Take your
Good
dad
job,
too?
Matt.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Matt, look forward to talking to you soon, buddy. Good job, man.
There we go.
Matt in the Northeast.
That's awesome.
There you go, Matty.
And he was a YouTuber.
That's great.
That took the knowledge and turned it into that. We've seen a real growth in the YouTube.
It's awesome. It's so easy. You can just talk into your Comcast remote and say 97.5 The Fanatic YouTube. Boom. It's right there.
Awesome. Now my phone just went off.
Did it?
No.
Or you can say now, Alexa told me yesterday, she gave me an alert. She argued with me. Why? Alexa said, because Olivia set up the Alexa in the not family room, because my apartment's like 700 square feet. I have one in the living room, one of the dots, and then I have one in the bedroom. So she said, you can set it up now that you don't have to say Alexa before the command.
Oh, that's scary.
She told me that.
Wow.
Because I set an alarm for my nap. So I said, Alexa, set an alarm for 90 minutes from now. And she says, you can set up commands where you don't have to say Alexa. She starts talking to me like that, and I'm like, okay, this is spooky.
Well, wouldn't it just pick up normal conversations then?
It does.
Yeah, I don't want that.
They've been used in murders.
Yeah, I want a command to trigger it.
I want a command. I want to know that there's a command.
It's such a crazy world. We had a package delivered from Amazon yesterday. I showed up at the front door on our TV. Amazon package delivered.
How'd that happen?
I was like, geez.
How did that happen?
It's
Because we
weird
have a
world.
Fire Stick.
Well, I got the I have Comcast, and I guess as part of my Comcast setup, when they set me up, they gave me a landline that I don't use because I don't use landlines.
More
so
affordable.
I use landlines. So there's a landline that I don't use,
Mhm.
and it spooks me out every time when I'm watching television.
And it pops up?
It pops up and it says phone call, and it'll tell me who's calling. So obviously I'm getting spam calls on the line.
Yeah.
But it pops up on my TV.
But your car warranty's about to expire, John.
I just bought it last Friday.
Oh, I love those.
I just bought it
Do you
last
answer
Friday.
them?
Yeah, I yell at people now.
I don't. Yeah, I just answer. I go, can I give you my credit card number,
If
please?
you
And
hit
then
a
they
number,
go,
a human will answer.
Yeah,
and then you can
yeah,
scream at them.
Exactly.
Oh, you can scream at them?
I don't
yeah.
scream at
You
them.
know
no.
what I have?
The air horn.
We had that. I
That's
don't
great.
have
That
it
would be
now.
cool.
I'm getting the air horn.
They're more expensive than I thought. The air horn. They're like
$7.95.
I was saying like $14 to $15.
Yeah, you can get one for like $7.95 at
I got a guy.
one of those sporting goods stores.
I got an air horn guy.
One of those sporting goods stores. It is going to be a fantastic day on Cuz and Chunas. You don't want to miss a minute of it. Cuz Radio on this Friday. I understand there's some special stuff going on, so you don't want to miss it. We've had a great week with you, and we appreciate all of you who keep finding ways to stick around with the show longer. We love you for it. Stream The Fanatic all day long. Watch on YouTube. Watch on twitch.tv. And we hope everybody has a great, safe weekend. You're out and having some fun. We'll be back on Monday. So for the coach and for Pat Egan and for Bob Cooney and Jamie Lynch, I'm John Kincade. Make it a great, great weekend. We love you, and we'll see you on Monday here on The John Kincade Show.
The John Kincade Show
They're like the family from hell on acid that's on steroids.
on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Well, if you're planning on hiring a lawn care service, doesn't it make sense to hire a company that provides better results and is safer for your family and pets? That's why I chose Natural Lawn of America. That's my lawn care company. Natural Lawn provides homeowners with greener grass and fewer weeds using an exclusive organic-based lawn care product. Now, this isn't a cookie-cutter lawn care service. Natural Lawn tailors their applications to your lawn-specific needs. And their unique approach to lawn care has reduced chemical pesticide use by 85%, creating a safer lawn for your family and pets to enjoy. Locally owned and operated for more than 30 years right here in the Delaware Valley, I trust my lawn to Natural Lawn, and you should too. Get the results you want and the peace of mind you deserve. Take advantage of their limited time offer. Schedule Natural Lawn's full service program and you'll get free seeding every year. That's right, free seeding every year. Call 800-FREE-SEED. That's 800-FREE-SEED for my lawn care company, Natural Lawn of America. Greener grass, fewer weeds, guaranteed.
Restrictions may apply. Plans and cost for coverage may vary. Call Protect My Car for details.
These days, you